Parece mais um trabalho pra mim. Cadê você?
Ai, não. Não podem me ver aqui.
O quê? Pelas costas? Que vergonha! Ainda tem alguém aqui. Ei! Fica tranquilo, tá sob controle.
Ai, que burra!
Deixa comigo!
Tem que sair daqui!
Ei, é perigoso aqui, vai!
Ah, não! Tudo bem, eu tô bem aqui!
Lata velha! Você ainda tá aqui? Vai! Anda, foge!
Mas... Eu vou te enfrentar!
Yi, você não deve se importar. Se sua lança partir, não é ela que te torna uma heroína. O que faz?
O que faz?
De um herói um herói.
De um herói, é a luz em seu coração. Uma luz brilhante que queima mesmo sem fogo. Fogo selvagem! Ai, que irado! Eu consegui fazer um fogo selvagem! Que irado! Eu consegui!
Fogo! Ah, não! Eu tô pegando fogo!
Eu fiz a fogo! Eu fiz!
Não machuquem ela. Só peguem o meca.
Ninguém me segura! Lança ardente! E aí, Brasil?
Dear players, as the S1 finals come to a close, the much-anticipated 2023 KAW Season 2 is set to begin again. 12 teams from Malaysia, Japan, Philippines, Korea, Myanmar, Laos, and Nepal will compete for a total of 500,000 yuan, award over 25 match days.
The first pentakill of the season, KAW, and there you go.
The regular season will kick off on July 27th with 2 rounds. In the first round of the regular season, the 12 teams will be divided into 2 groups based on the S1 competition points. The top 6 teams in the Season 1 will directly enter Group A. The rest of the teams in S1 and the teams newly joined in S2 will enter Group B. Teams from each group will be playing against each other in a BO2 single round robin format in 9 days, with 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 point for a loss. After the first round, the qualification for the game will be determined based on the point ranking. The teams ranked 5th and 6th in Group A and top 2 teams in Group B will compete for promotion and relegation format in 2 BO5 games on August 11th. The winning 2 teams will enter Group A in the second round, and the losers will enter Group B. The second round of the regular season will start on August 13th. All teams will have their past points cleared and will participate in a 9-day intra-group BO2 single round robin. After the game, all teams in Group A and the top 2 teams in Group B will qualify for the playoffs, while the remaining 4 teams will be eliminated. After the regular season comes to an end, the playoffs will start on August 31st. The 8 qualifying teams will compete in a 5-day double elimination competition, as shown in the diagram, for the 2 tickets to the finals. The much-anticipated KAW League Season 2 Finals will take place on September 7th. There will be a BO7 single elimination competition, and when the game is at 3-3, it will enter the Ultimate Battle Mode. And then the first team to win 4 games will be crowned the Ultimate Champion. Finally, we are pleased to announce that the champion of the KAW Season 2 will be directly for the 2023 KIC Wildcard Qualified competition, and they will compete with teams from other countries and regions for a place in the 2023 Honor of Kings International Championship. Who is favored to win the championship? Let us look forward to it together.
That flash, but here comes Nova. Wait, it's gonna jump and it's gonna fall down, and the combination of those players are working so well together. And here, Dion. Double kill.
色原无色，空亦非空。你真的会用这玩意儿吗？
Oh, that is going to be a close call. He gets out top. Instead, actually giving G-Time. That's a great push. And getting anyone was great. And MMA putting the hammer on the nail. Getting those kills. Here comes by number 7. What's the such a great...
让一让，需要帮忙吗？无事发生。
这不是神经病，是理想。变身吧！早就知道你有问题。看看，混蛋！
10万伏特。
Now that is what happened. What the flash, the double kill, and this is the counter strike. Triple kill on Juan. What an outplay here.
Triple kill.
全力以赴做正确的事。
MSK doing a lot of damage. You can choose to and that is what I'm talking about. RTZ is fighting back. Still on the run. Byron getting that double kill. Well, this is going to be trouble for RTZ. Triple kill on Byron.
先吃我一锤！璀璨的破灭。我们来比划比划。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to our KAW 2023 Season 2. And we have 3 matches for you guys today, and they all going to be in Group B. So we can take a look at the first match. It's going to be PE versus MAH. Already a great show to start. I know MAH has been doing really well this second stage of the regular stage. So yeah, maybe they're going to get more points. Maybe they try to go for that ticket, get that top 2 spot going into that finals playoffs. Hopefully they can do it. And also our match 2 is going to be KG versus DE. Feel like KG bouncing down from Group A, but they're pretty steady, kept it going. So definitely there's gonna be a spot for them in that position for that playoffs. Hopefully they do get to make it, because they came back from Group A, so they want to fight their way back into Group A. And the last match for today is gonna be Gluck against Fennel. So yeah, those groups. Today is gonna be the week 2 of the regular stage, so the last week of the regular stage. So people better get their points really fast. Time's gonna be running out. If you don't have your points, I'm sorry to say you can't go into the playoffs. Obviously only top 8 is going to the playoffs. Group A already got their tickets. Really depending on Group B who can get that last 2 spots. So I feel like realistically, maybe MAH, maybe Fennel, maybe KG, those 3 teams got a better chance of making it into those top spots. So looking from the stats, they already have some points locking down from last week. So yeah, hopefully they can fight for that last 2 position. So yeah, those 3 teams maybe the top potential top chances to get into that position. Not saying that other team doesn't have a chance, but time is gonna be running out, so better get those points. Feel like Gluck doesn't have any point yet. Recap from last week, DE got the win from Gluck. Also several other players got the win as well. A recap real fast. Last time Fennel actually got the forfeit 2-0 from DE. Last week MAH actually tied with KG, so maybe KG and MAH, those 2 teams gonna have a higher chance of going to the playoffs, because they are really in similar skill levels. One group of KG, they bounced out from Team A, but the other team, MAH, they competed so well in the BO5s of the relegational matches. So those 2 teams are my best bets of taking that 2 spots. And also Fennel actually took back-to-back wins last week, and hopefully they can do the same thing this week, so they can get their points and get ahead of MAH or KG. So definitely a lot of competition here is ready to go into the playoffs. Every team is just try to catch their points, try to get those points in those last minutes. But still, today is gonna be the last week of the regular stage 2. Today is only day 6, so after today only 3 more days and the playoffs is gonna start. So yeah, they have to catch up, and today is gonna be the first match of PE versus the MAH. Feel like the composition of the rosters, not really much changes. Is gonna remain really stable. Seems like AC is still the jungler for the MAH, and with the new player Ahai joining in for PE. So yeah, same as last week. So yeah, I feel like MAH does have this one in the bag. Realistically, from the percentage of wins, they defeated PE in the past pretty much, with no problem. So hopefully, PE is able to calibrate and really come, knowing what to do and when to do it. So it's gonna be pretty much an uphill battle for this PE versus MAH. As you can see from the data comparisons, pretty much MAH got most of the advantages, as in the total kills, also the total goals, the damage taken per minute, goal acquired per minute, is always ahead of PE in those statistics. So I feel like also even MAH has less of a death, so the average death per match does count pretty much. It shows that each team has those less deaths, so more likely, MAH is not gonna make any mistakes as compared to PE. Those average deaths are a little bit higher, so they will make a lot of more mistakes from those statistics. But statistics doesn't really mean everything. Is all depending on the real situation as we jump into our match 1, game 1 of the PE versus MAH. Hopefully PE learned their lessons from their last match against MAH. Feel like they, weren't doing really well during the early game. PE didn't know how to manage the waves, and once towards mid-game, I feel like MAH is really snowball. So definitely what PE want to do is kind of, be really, really safe in the beginning, not really rushing it. I feel like, their laning phase is just not taking easy. So they want to take it easy, definitely. Maybe just hug the turrets, maybe just, call for help, but definitely you do not want to hand over those kills easily to MAH. And it's going to be really, really crucial those early games. Once you gain those early game advantages, you're gonna have a higher chance of winning as you jump into the mid games and your late game, etc. So MAH does have a better job, and their operation is gonna be a lot more, more smooth. I would say, the way they invade, the way they rotate. They're pretty much a very mature team. They have competed in season 1. So this season 2, they want to aim for that championship. They want to go a little bit further than they went last time in season 1. They did fairly well in season 1. Still the top 18. Hopefully they can make it into a better position this season. PE also is a newly joined team from our season 2, so they still have a lot more to learn from the other team, as they are such a new team joining us. Judging from those statistics, I would say PE have to have a better start of the early game, and those early phases is where they should play it really, really safe. One mess up could lead into a disaster, and I feel like PE does not want to do that. Maybe, just calibrate, every single time if you make some small mistake, kind of just correct yourself, like a torpedo, kind of correcting yourself every single time it, reach its target. So, kind of, you learn over time. So hopefully PE does have that ability to emphasize on those, tactics, and kind of, after every single game, you have to get better. Like, the way you learn from your team is to get better every single round. Try different compositions and not letting the same thing happen. So obviously PE had a break over the week. So hopefully, the analysts, the coach, they already know what to do. Hopefully they can put these skills to the test against MAH, as they are, pretty much behind in those points. So those points is going to be really crucial for those top 2 spots. But nevertheless, MAH does bring the game every single time. MAH, feel like their Dachau composition wasn't working that well last week. I feel like they could have got the perfect 2-0 from KG, but anyway, the new patch has been out Da Chao has been upgraded, some base damage increase, so we might see them using Da Chao again, but still, it's very early to say of this meta of this Da Chao going mid. So, but on the side, I feel like Da Chao is a great hero, but support by itself is really good. Not too sure about the mid Da Chao yet, going as a mage. But so far, I only seen it, few teams use it, so it's not really effective as I thought it would be. So there's still a lot of experimentations going on. So we're still trying to find the best combination if we're using this mid Da Chao. So hopefully they can, have a support that's more tankier if you use a mid Da Chao. Because I was seeing like Sun Bing pair up with the mage Da Chao, so it might be a little bit squishy in the beginning, not a lot of tankiness, but the late game, it all comes back as Sun Bing gets really powerful with the second abilities. Hopefully we're gonna see those compositions getting picked up here by MAH. Hopefully PE do the same too, do some different compositions that really affects the team fight. From their last team fight with MAH, feel like they were just rushing it a bit. Like their formation was a little bit off. Obviously, you want to put your ADC in the front, but not in the front, but in the back. But having your tank in the front, kind of going in first, and having that ADC well protected. And but for the previous game I seen with MAH and PE is that Tom was really much in the front, and he was taking a lot of damages from the backlines of MAH, or the poke damages coming from the mages. So seems like PE want to ban out that Byron. So yes, seems like MAH, that Hua play is really good with that Byron. So banning out that Byron, they want to deny their top laner of picking up their signature hero. And one of the signature hero that Hua uses is Byron and Allian. So those two already getting banned out. It's gonna be good for PE. Definitely a lot of respect here for their top laner for MAH. And you can guess that MAH is really going with those really common meta hero bans like Sun Bing and also Shamushi. So getting those taken out, it's pretty much a smart choice. So Zhao Huaizhen is going to be out on the table. Definitely you want to pick up that hero, the tankiness, super initiation, and really flexible hero. He can play top and jungle. One of the top meta picks right now, I would say. He is just have to pick. You have to pick this hero, no matter what. Since we're going BO2 style, definitely you got to pick the best heroes. And MAH want to reply with maybe Tai Jun and this Lady Sun. Yes, a traditional combo that's been working pretty much all ages. Those two work hand in hand. It's gonna be the dynamic duo. But here PE want to reply with the main, maybe like a Garo or Alexio. They have to pick it up, or Huanjun maybe, depending on what kind of play style this Tom, their shooter, want to be. But seems like they want to pick up that KAW. Not a back pick. But feel like that main could go with a better marksman. Feel like KAW's mobility is a little bit too much. Maybe main can't really catch up to him in time. But it works out either way. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it works. So definitely want to keep in that range of that main's chain, not letting him break. So you always have that attack damage boost from main. But here, MAH did a wonderful counter as JS pick up this Miyamoto Musashi for AC. That Miyamoto is gonna lock down on that duo, which is gonna be in the bottom lane. The farms lane is gonna be Tom with Easy Baby. So that lockdown ultimate with that AC Miyamoto Musashi is gonna do a lot of devastating damages to those duos. Ming and KAW probably have to watch out. Definitely is gonna be a lot of burst damage coming out of this jungler. And yeah, Ishin is getting banned. So Ishin is always a great pair with KAW. So I understand why MAH does want to ban out that hero, reducing their AoE pokes. And also, you know, banning out Zhao Jun, another great ban here by MAH. MAH so far, you know, so good. The bans are coming in really good. They've been studying pretty much every kind of composition. So denying the best results from their enemy's composition is the way to go. And also, Haya is being taken out. And over here, PE, their PP is okay, maybe targeting specific players. But feel like, you know, MAH does have a little bit of more room to wiggle. Seems like their hero pool is going to be a lot more deeper. So banning away those heroes really doesn't mean a lot for MAH. They can just, you know, choose a backup hero like the top laner. KAW is going to play Charlotte, and seems like he is going for a little bit of aggressiveness, maybe picking up that Shangguan for the mid, and they will, and also having their Jhin added to their composition for 919. 919, you know, he's pretty impressive with the Jhin. So yeah, I've seen some pretty great movements and mechanicalism from this 919. So definitely Jhin is gonna be his best pick. And lastly, Janlan for the mid laner, and wow, great counter to their mid laner PE, their Pegasus. That Janlan is gonna stop every single movement from the PE side. So if that Shangguan wanna go into an ultimate, definitely is gonna be stopped by JS. That ultimate coming up from Janlan is gonna be super scary for PE. And it's gonna stop like any kind of assassins attempting to do something. So PE better watch out for that Janlan, you know, mid. That Janlan is probably gonna be a team-oriented player, as he is not gonna, you know, get a lot of gold. Maybe he's gonna use the gold and just kind of contribute it to the other players, letting ACs or letting Ben kind of, you know, take that economic from the mid lanes, taking those go up. Is gonna be, you know, more beneficiary, more benefits to their, you know, ADC or the jungler. But yeah, that Janlan is gonna be super scary because it's gonna be stopping any kind of player just doing a lot of crazy stuff. So yeah, so Janlan is there to prevent all this craziness from happening. And I feel like nobody's gonna stop Janlan. Maybe like Zhao Huaizhen's ability might able to deflect some of the abilities coming in from MAH. But you know, you have Jhin, you have KAW, you have the Shangguan. Not really much of a tank here for PE. And who is gonna manage the visions? So the vision problem is gonna be there for PE. Obviously on the other side, MAH, they haven't really balanced composition. Really, you know, Charlotte, you know, they got Tiny General. If they want to check the grass, they can. So yeah, hopefully PE does do a little bit better than the previous games that we have encountered so far. So yes, let's go into our game 1 match. I'm your caster, Get, and this is gonna be PE on the left on the blue versus MAH on the right on the red. And already you can see that opening by MAH, having that Lady Sun in the mid lane. And yes, he is gonna take up a lot of those goals. And probably, you know, JS, Ben, and, you know, Tren, they're gonna rotate together as a unit. And in the early game, you're gonna see them, you know, taking experience, taking goals from 2 different lanes. And I feel like PE does the same thing. They have their mid, they have their support, they have the ADC doing the same lane. So it's gonna be a dangerous game because they be rotating in the rivers, and you never know what might happen. If he travels down that river, you might see a gank happening. So far so good. You know, in the early game, you're not gonna see that early of a gank, but around that 2 minutes, around that 3 minutes, you know, those junglers get to level 4. We're gonna see more of a possibility of those fights happening in those rivers. So they have to be careful for both sides. So already level 4 here for 919 and AC. And yeah, sharing the lanes, you know, reduce the gold received by each player, but you also get more gold as a whole. So, you know, it's better to share the gold with your teammates, as you know, you get less gold, but your overall gold is going to be increased, and that's going to increase your overall economic for the team. So it's going to be better in the long term. So yeah, right now it's pretty peaceful here. The support not yet level 4, but you know, this Tai is going to be a little bit closer to level 4. So, you know, MAH does have a slight of an edge here. And also JS already level 4, having that quick swiftness boot. He can travel around the map pretty much really swiftly, and he's just waiting for a gank to happen. I feel like Pegasus just kind of want to be really cautious, as that JS just waiting for Pegasus to make a move. But PE definitely is being really smart about this. They know that they have a John Land, so going in, you better check twice with your teammates and have a better communication, because that John Land is gonna, you know, only disable one person. So that person, who we're gonna be. So yeah, hopefully, you know, this Easy Baby can use that Zhao Huaijin, kind of really tank all the damage. But here, the fight happening on the bottom lane. Here's Zhang Lan with the help of the Taijin. They're gonna secure the first blood, and that's how dangerous Zhang Lan is with the combination of the support and ADC. And here is gonna be the gank going underneath the tower. Might be a little bit over commitment here from PE, but they decided to back out, and seems like MH is still fine under the tower, and they want to go back and recover, but a little bit rush here from PE, but still actually forcing the Taijin's ultimate out is gonna be a good thing. And yeah, they're gonna go actually taking down that bottom turret. This is really great counter here. I can see the improvements right away from PE, but obviously here is not gonna be a good news for PE, as their first blood got drawn so early. But you can see PE's rotation, PE's coordination, like they have been training. I can tell from their early game. They know how to calibrate and just do the right thing at the right moment. But here, Pegasus goes down a little bit squishy in the beginning. 919 is still struggling in the jungle. Try to get that blue, but he will get it in time. But he's still in the fight. Here is Taijin using the ultimate to bring itself alive. But PE want to back off, but MAH want more. Here's the flash coming from Chun, and he will get the kill, but they will fall into the victims of 919. That is going to be a 2-for-2 trade here in the end. But yeah, both sides is looking really intense right now. But at what cost? MAH does get the middle tower, but you know, traded a life for that. So I would say it is a good trade, because that middle turret is going to be really hard to take down. So taking it out in the beginning is going to be a great news for, you know, MAH in the long run. So yeah, both teams definitely playing a lot more aggressive than I expected. Here is going to be Pegasus going down again. So Pegasus definitely lacking a bit of gold and lacking a bit of damage if he keep up this pace. So that definitely that John Lan's ability is coming in handy for this MAH team, and he's always there keeping an eye out on their top laner, also just backing up their jungler AC. Oh, here is another fight happening in the top lane. Here's ultimate coming in from Miyamoto Musashi, and that is going to be a double kill. Easy for AC to clean up the job. And right there, and wow, their jungle is way open. Ty Jenner just being really aggressive. I feel like PE does want to go for that aggressive route, but MAH is just being more aggressive. So they're fighting like poison with poison right now. So maybe PE want to slow it down, but I'm afraid that if they slow down, they're gonna just fall into the victim of MAH. So MAH definitely, the coordination is gonna be way better here. Easy Baby in the front, taking some damage. JS using the ultimate on Ty Jenner. Ty Jenner goes down, and here comes Charlotte. Charlotte does get some kills as an even trade, but still the tower is already going so low here. So definitely MAH got the better trade out of that. Even trade also bring down the second tier tower below 50% HP, and also they have the Tyrant. Also they have, you know, the Overlord. So MAH, they're not gonna sweat it. You know, they're not breaking a sweat right now. They're just doing some good trades. And 919 better be careful here. This is JS over here using the ultimate, and wow, that MAH just baited PE. PE just walked right into that trap. Thought 919 can get to Lady Swim, but in the patch of grass, there was JS. And here is AC targeting this KAW. Another easy kill. AC is doing a lot for the team, and yeah, I feel like AC is a great counter for that double team, like main or, you know, any kind of combination with me. Here's another fight happening on top. The top tower of the PE is gonna go down, but here's Easy Baby going into front, taking all that damage. JS is still healthy right here. Ty Jenner have to back up right now. He has to go back and recover, but remaining of the team are still looking really healthy. They can still go into those fights pretty much with no problem. Here's KAW. Charlotte coming in, and here is he gonna get surrounded. 919 just getting taken out, and nobody is gonna be there to help him right now. And this is gonna be trouble for PE as they have no tank except for Easy Baby. And yeah, that Easy Baby is not gonna last pretty long because only his ultimate is gonna be able to block most of the damage that's coming in from MAH. So it's just a matter of time here, and I feel like Pegasus is really lacking behind those goals. So even though like he does full damage right now, he is not gonna do a lot because his goal is behind, and pretty much they're facing a goal deficit about like 8k, 7k right now. So yeah, JS doing another beautiful disable. 919 can't do nothing about it, and yeah, MAH is pretty much carrying the whole rhythm of the game. PE does actually, you know, does a lot well in the beginning, but I feel like the final battle is about to come here. And here, Easy Baby taking some damage in the front, which allowed Pegasus to go up to do the damage, but the damage is so limited, and only one member of MAH goes down, and MAH is surrounding the base with that goal lead. Congratulations to MAH taking game number 1. No surprise there. Feel like PE does improve really a lot. You know, their early game, it was really, you know, coordinated. Like taking down the bottom tower at such a high pace. But, you know, do that mid game, that's where they want to, you know, improve. I feel like, you know, the early game is okay now. So definitely you want to improve that mid game, not letting that mid tower, also that laning phase for that mid, it could be a lot more better. Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure on that Pegasus in the beginning, so can't really blame him for not doing that well. But you know, the overall team, the team has been doing really well for PE. So definitely the improvements coming out here, the progress, you can see it from this game that PE did make a significant improvement of those laning phases. But in the end, MAH just too much of a competition to beat. So locking down the game pretty easily around, like, I feel like less than 10 minutes, around that 10 minutes mark. So a great finish for MAH, and already getting that 1 point. So feel like they're gonna take that 2 point pretty easily. Judging from this first game, MAH definitely have my pick. And yeah, from their teamwork, you can see that like they haven't changed a single bit. They always coming in really aggressively, and yeah, you can see it from the statistics. Sees that Ben also that Taijin also doing those flash engages, and AC 7-0 doing a lot of damage on that bottom lane duo, and this is what I'm afraid of. You know, MAH does have the picks. You know, they have a great counter pick, JS, AC. Like, what else do they need? They just need to, like, AC can take care of, like, you know, Ming and K at the same time. And Charlotte, you can be more flexible. You can just do some of the tanking because of his damage reduction. And you also have the insurance of Lady Sun and Tai Jenin as the late game backup. So early game, no problem for MAH. Mid game dominating, and definitely late game, they're gonna have those Lady Sun. So they have everything they need to pretty much win the game. So PE definitely wanna maybe do a bit more BP strategies, as their PP was just targeting Hua, their top laner. So maybe just target the overall team and not letting those counter pick getting so easily picking out. So yo, they got to do a better job at those counter picks. See, that game ends around 9 minutes and 44 seconds. Definitely a great game coming out of MH in this game number 1, and they're just heating up the battlefield right now. MH doing it really well. So yes, hopefully PE can learn from this game 1 that, you know, MH definitely not to be messed around with. And here is gonna be your MVP from MH, Trend with the KDA of 3-2 and 11. And yes, that damage dealt 11.7%, and pretty much he does a lot of those AoE CCs, and he can just jump in at any single time. Also, the damage taken by this Taijin is just insane, 40%. So yeah, the initiation, the tankiness, the damage taken, the ultimate provided by that Taijin definitely saved the team a lot of trouble. Even here, you know, just going in at his maximum capacity, doing the maximum damage that he could, and just leave the battlefield. Just, you know, be really smart with it. And right here, just wow, jumping into the back row, and that Pegasus did not see that coming. Who would expect a low HP Taijin and just to flash back to get that kill? So definitely look out for this MAH. They're really a really dangerous team, and judging from this first game, they already got the match started. You know, they don't need no warm-up. You know, probably PE definitely want to warm up more. Their mid game is looking a little bit slightly off, and their tower was just getting taken down a little bit too quickly. Even though, you know, Shangguan does play a little bit safe, but he was just too squishy. Pegasus just losing that mid lane in the very beginning, so that really caused the drag for PE. You know, that they fall behind so quickly, and their mid lane just collapses. Like, once your mid lane collapses so early, you're facing the invasion coming in from MAH, and it's gonna be really dangerous to bounce back. So definitely well guard that mid torrent. It's gonna help PE really getting that safe mid game to start. You know, without that mid tower, it probably like there won't be any mid games for PE. So definitely using that mid tower to your advantage. Maybe having a more priority mid lane hero can clean the lanes for PE. Maybe a Joey. Joey has been upgraded, so yeah. Hopefully they can use those more of those mid lane priority or lane clearing. Shangguan is good, you know, as an assassin, but you have to build that momentum. Without that momentum, you're pretty much just not doing much damage, and it's gonna backfire. So yeah, definitely MAH knows what they're doing. They want to ban out those mid lane priority heroes. Already banning out that Zhao Jun. So PE over here, still targeting Hua, still targeting this Alien. But hey, you know, they want to maybe do more than other bans. But still, MAH might want to pick up that Byron this game, or you know, this Zhao Huaizhen, as they haven't used it this game, and MAH does continue to ban out one of their supports as well. Zhang Fei go out of the picture. PE still have a chance to ban out Zhao Huaizhen. So yeah, if they don't ban it out, I feel like MAH gonna take that right away. But they don't have to worry. Oh, they're gonna ban it out because Zhao Huaizhen is gonna be a really, really dangerous hero if MAH get a hold of that. So right here, PE does a slightly better of a good job at those BP phases, and you know, Zhao Huaizhen is gone, but I still have Shen Bing. I still have Shen Munxu, so yeah, PE might want to understand those trade-offs a bit, but still, PE does want to pick up that Shen Munxu for themselves, as MAH does not get that 2-pick. As the blue side get the first pick, but the counter pick have the 2-pick, so it's gonna be the counter pick here for MAH. But PE still here. Great choice. Those choices are really solid, by the way, for PE. All depending on how can they, you know, put it together here for the rest of the composition. They already have tanks. They already have the mid lane priority, and MAH definitely want to pick up that Byron, as it's already available for that Hua to pick up. And yeah, MAH want to step it up, and JS maybe want to go for that Mai Shinui in the mid. And yeah, Mai Shinui actually, you know, is a great counter towards this Shen Munxu, but only if the game is going really, really well. And yeah, maybe a lot of, you know, countering camping from this JS. You can really hide in the grass, just wait for the right moment to jump in. So once those Shen Munxu try to rotate, might want to keep an eye out for those bushes where Mai Shinui might jump out at any moment. So Mai Shinui does have a lot of burst damage, and one combo of burst damage is enough to take down this Shen Munxu. So, you know, Shen Munxu has to be careful. You know, Pegasus have to be careful of these rotations. If he want to decide the rotation top or bottom, definitely you want to check those grasses. And who is going to do that? Feel like they already have someone can, you know, manage those visions. It's going to be 919 with that Xiaohoudun. Also, maybe adding one more tank or adding like one more CC combo, it would be sufficient here. Because right now, you know, PE does have a solid composition, but they're missing right now still a lack of CC. Oh, the only CC coming in from 919 right now. But yes, Guiguzi is going to be a great CC combo. And CC is going to be enough. All they need to do is just pick up a great marksman. But they have to be careful because, you know, this marksman is going to be lack of protection. So Tom has to play really, really safe, very, very conservatively. So over here, MAH does have a lot of initiation. You know, feel like they can pretty much initiate anytime. They got Byron, they got this Mai Shinui, they got this Ata. Very, very solid composition. PE does lacking a bit of tank, and feel like if this Guiguzi doesn't really does the disable or the CCs, it's gonna be really tough for PE to bounce back, because, you know, once this composition falls behind in the very beginning of the early phase, it's gonna be hard for PE. But, you know, as time passes by, for MAH, they're only gonna get stronger. Ata with Shen Bing, are you kidding me? Like, that's a crazy amount of tankiness from this MAH. AC Hua and, you know, the Shen Bing alone just gonna be a really difficult unit to take down. So I feel like even though Ahai does get the jump on MAH, I feel like Ata's immunity is gonna prevent those CCs from happening. So this is what's interesting here. Ahai actually is playing the support and having Easy Baby playing as the Xiaohouden, but feel like they haven't rotated the characters yet. But you know, when we jump into the game, we shall know which hero is playing where. And yeah, PE is just doing some kind of rotation on their roles. It might not be a smart choice as these teams are playing different kind of positions, but they're gonna go ahead and roll with it. Anyway, they have Pegasus, still the mid laner, Tom, the marksman. 919 is gonna go into the top lane, having Easy Baby, their support, playing the jungler, and Ahai, you know, playing the support. So yeah, PE doing a really interesting combo of their roles reversal. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting here. Already MAH getting that starting moment from Ben in the middle, getting that Gyro level up very fast. And yeah, Gyro is gonna go to both lanes, clean up those minions, and have my Shinui at the bottom. And already Hua at the top versus 919 1v1, and Hua already getting the first blood, and this is the story, and it's gonna begin. I feel like this match is gonna go a little bit faster than that 9 minutes. It's gonna be a lot more faster because I feel like PE's member just not playing their best position. So yeah, 919 is supposed to be their jungler, but they're playing their jungler as a top laner. So yeah, I'm just not sure what's happening. But here, JS jumping in a little bit too far, but he's able to dodge some damage, but in the end, he goes down. Not knowing that there was 2 members there of PE hiding in the bushes. So small mistake here, but not to worry. Feel like MAH does still have this, just depending on their coordination and not letting that small mistake harm you in the early game. Still, they already have that first blood, so I feel like they're feeling a little bit pretty good, but might not want to be overconfident because PE still might have, you know, those abilities to fight back. But here, Gyro at the bottom lane, and here is 4 members of PE just camping in the bushes and waiting for Ahai to do some grab, but it's gonna be really difficult. AC does have that immunity, and they're always fighting right now. Right now, MAH does do a lot better of a farming. Here definitely want to go into those horrible combat phases as they have this Wiguzu, and you can see from that early first blood kill, Hoa already gained that top lane advantage. So yeah, MAH just have to, you know, remain really stable. They don't have to jump into fights. Like PE want to jump into fights, but it might be backfiring because right now, you know, they don't have the goal right now. They're just rushing into those fights carelessly. And Gyro just farming really, really well. Hua is farming really, really well. So top lane, bottom lane, they already have those winning lanes. And I feel like just the mid lane's feeling a little bit pressure from this Guiguzu and the rest of the crew from this PE. But other than that, I feel like MAH does have this in the bag. Top lane, bottom lane secure. AC is doing really well with those farms as well. And Shunbin is going to get stronger. And here is JS doing those dances. With that Shunbin's first ability, he's going to finish off that Pegasus. And yeah, it's only a matter of time once the snowball gets started. As this 4-minute come in, we're going to see that Tyrant popping up. We're going to see that Overlord getting on that top river as well. So once that 4-minute come in, the pace is going to be way faster. And MAH already got pretty much of the map control. As you can see, like top lane, their tower is getting invaded. Here's Tom forcing out the flash here. And Ben just pretty much doing an easy job at bottom lane. Another member here, 919 goes down. And KAW is just doing wonderfully with that Byron. And yeah, one of his signature heroes. And here, Tom, without that flash, he is going nowhere. And he's going to get tear apart by AC and Ben. And AC is really farming the goal here on the bottom lane. The farms lane, definitely you can give a lot more goals by killing those minions in the farms lane. You know, compared to the top lane where you give more EXP and the mid lane pretty much well balanced. But here, top lane, tower already gone for PE. MAH is gonna go straight in. They don't have anything to worry about right now. They have to go. They have the laning phase advantage. And here, I feel like Ahai, like even though he grabbed some members using that second ability, but you know, the level advantage is not going to be significant. Here, taking down the mid-turn at the 5 minutes mark. And I feel like it's going to be a repeat from this last game. But this game, you know, MH is doing a lot more more smooth, so hopefully PE can hold on. But I'm not sure how long, you know. AC already dominating. And there's no way for this Guigu to pull in AC as Ata has this so much immunity built into his kit. Feel like Easy Baby still want to take care of this blue, but here's the invasion coming in from Ata. Ata does a bit of damage, and here is Ahai getting taken out by Shenbin. My Shenbin going in for some damage. Easy Baby is going to be fall behind. And here's Ben just getting those arrows away. Ahai goes down. Easy Baby goes down. That's going to be a 5v3 situation. And here's KAW just waiting for the right moment. He does have that flash available, so he can pretty much go in any single time. Here, Ben, JS, Chen at the mid lane, putting pressure on PE. Tom going up into the lanes, going against KAW, but feel like there's not enough damage coming out of PE. So yes, right now PE is looking really squishy right now. And yes, the ultimate is going to be drawn out from Ahai, but no damage. EC is taking up all those damage, and Ben just in the back is firing away those arrows. Here is KAW with the flash, and he's going to clean up one more member. Everyone just so low. Chaos is happening left to right. 4 members goes down. 4 for 1 tray here for MAH. That's going to be KAW, and he just sacrificed himself to have the better outcome here for MAH. And yeah, just only a matter of time until MAH just reach the base of PE, and nobody can contest this Ata right now. So yeah, feel like that Guiguzu was just getting picked up a little bit too early, and they're just getting pretty much counterpicked by MAH every single time.
Blue team has destroyed a turret.
So yeah, MAH is the better team here. And they're always sticking one group. That's 4 CCs right there. My Shinui going in. Clean up this Shamanshi. That is going to be a fabulous crowd control. And JS is just going crazy. Double kill. And another fabulous crowd control by Shenbin. Triple kill by my Shinui. And 60% group damage, and right there the game is gonna be ending it a lot earlier. And as I predicted, this game goes over to MAH, taking game 2 so easily, like taking a candy from a baby. And yeah, MAH just pretty much dominated that game, and PE might not want to do those role changes again, as their jungler was playing a really different position as he was supposed to. So not sure what they do there. Maybe they want to try something a little bit different and mix it up, but you know, the result was even worse. So yeah, compared to the first game, which they did a little bit better. But still, MAH pretty much shut them down better in the second match as they compared to the first match. But still, both game was pretty much easy for MAH. Both game ended around below 10 minutes. So yeah, MAH just dominating the Group B right now. Hopefully, maybe their only competition is gonna be Fennel and KG. But judging from this game, definitely MAH does have that potential going into those 2 spots that's left for the playoffs. Hopefully they do all they can, keep fighting, keep acing. That's their team motto. And yeah, MAH just shows that they are really capable of going into those top 2 positions. And you can see the scoreboard pretty much, it's a no-brainer. Everything just look better on MAH. The go count, the kill count, assist, the JS triple kill, the Ben farming so comfortably, and such a great crowd control coming out of both sides here. And PE would just stick around together like a unit right there, and feel like they need to scatter a bit more because they were just getting flashed and jumped by JS. So a lot of combo here coming out of this MAH, and their composition, like anyone can start the fight pretty much. So yeah, PE really does not want to do that again. Maybe they're gonna have more of those jungler playing jungle, top lane playing top lane, and support, you just stick to support. So those roles already fixed for you, so better play the role that you're most comfortable to. And with that role reversal, I feel like 919 just went down so early in the top lane. So yeah, they have to be careful because I feel like you have to stick with what you like best at. So definitely only do those reversals or role trades if it's only necessary. Like I feel like KG does that once as their jungler get all banned out. So having the jungler playing as a top lane, I will say that's more acceptable because those heroes pretty much are pretty much flexible. So yeah, and with that being said, JS is gonna be your MVP for this game. 4-1 and 7 KDA across the board, 41% in the damage dealt. What a whopping percentage. And you can see this JS just being really aggressive, but at the same time he can be resilient and just waiting for the right time. So yeah, even though like he went down once in the early game, but he just kind of did so well towards that late game and just know when to come in at the right timing. And the combination of those players just absolutely just impeccable right now. So MAH definitely showing PE that playing at the top level, and JS just covering pretty much all of the damage. And you can see that crowd control in a moment here. And yeah, what a great show here from MAH for our game number 1. So yeah, that's what I expected from JS. And you can see here, he took the opportunity and he just stunned 4 members at the same time. That was really insane. And yeah, JS got that triple kill, and you can see that damage is 40% for this MAH My Shinui. And yeah, that's game number 1. Game number 2, and 2-0 in our match number 1. I would say no surprises here, judging realistically from the rank, also from the statistics, from those team data comparisons. You can see that MAH definitely got the more advantage numbers. So the numbers don't lie. You just take a look at the numbers and you pretty much know which team gonna have a higher chance of winning. So obviously MAH got both of these games today, so hopefully they can do more better and get those more points, and hopefully they can make it to the playoffs. But move aside, because KG is gonna be the competitor. Also, Fennel is gonna be the competitor as well. So match number 1 is pretty easy for them. Feel like their skill cap is a little bit off. And also, we're gonna take an interview from one of these players from this team. So let's check that out.
你在第一局的游戏中拿到了 MVP， 你觉得你自己今天表现的怎么样呢？ You got MVP in the first round. How do you feel today?
我是觉得这 MVP 给到谁都无所谓吧，毕竟这是一个团队游戏，我们5个人都玩得挺好的。如果没有我的队友，我也无法拿到 MVP。
I can't get MVP without my teammates. 第二个问题，第2轮马上结束了，你觉得你们队伍在这一轮的表现怎么样呢？ The second round of regular stage is gonna end. What do you think about your team's performance in this round?
大家都发挥的很正常吧，就还有什么缺点，当然还是需要继续改进一下，去进步一下的。
We've all been in our best shape. Of course, there's still something we need to improve.
Definitely, MAH was being really humble, and that's going to be the MVP from the game number 1 as the Thai general support. And he was just being really humble, saying that, there's still a lot to learn as, every single team has a lot to learn. And I like it from his explanation that, it's a team-based game. Doesn't matter who gets the MVP as long as everyone work together and just have a common goal and go into that victory. And MAH, they does it pretty well in today's game. You can see that, even though, one player has the MVP, but the whole team was there to get that MVP for that player. So even if you get this MVP without your teammates, you really can't get it. So thankfully for your teammates, and hope every team can do that. MVP is a great honor, but even MVP by yourself is not really much anything. So without your teammates, it is not capable, or it's not going to be possible. So having that teammate is going to be so important, and having that coordination works out as well. So match 2 is going to be coming up. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Sure,
he's gonna use that flash, but here comes Nova. Wait, it's gonna jump and it's gonna fall down, and the combination of those players are working so well together.
断魔归本，色原无色，空亦非空。你真的会用这玩意儿吗？
Oh, that is gonna be a close call. Keep
需
getting
要帮忙
outside.
吗？
Instead, oh, actually giving G
继续
time.
推
That's
进
a great push. And getting anyone
开
with
弓
great. And MMA putting the hammer on the nail. Getting those kills. Here comes Luba number 7 with the such a
继续挺进
great.，
让一让。需要帮忙吗？无事发生。
这不是神经病，是理想。
Smart knockup. And Luna is gonna come in with
变
a
身吧！
Here is gonna be a generator from Fennel. That could be a triple kill, maybe a quadra
早
kill,
就
maybe
知道
that.
你有问题。看看，混蛋！
Now that is what happened. What the flag, the double kill, and this is the counter strike, triple kill on Quad. What an outplay here. MSK doing a lot of damage to and that is what I'm talking about. RTC fighting back. And still on the run. Byron getting that double kill. Well, this is gonna be trouble for RTC. Triple kill on Byron.
先吃我一锤！璀璨的破灭。我们来比划比划。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Back to our match number 2 is gonna be KG versus DE. And yes, KG is gonna be the team that you want to look out for, as they just came in from group number A. So, you know, they came from group A and to group B right now. But, you know, feel like they're gonna get pretty much every single win so far. So the only competition is probably MAH, as they got the tide from that game. But here, they're back at it again. They have a great chance actually going into that potential candidate for those 2 positions into the playoffs. So hopefully they can actually make their way back up. And yeah, hopefully, you know, DE is another team that they've been improving. And also, you know, they got their first win last week against Gluck. You know, due to a Gluck player didn't really make his appearance. So yeah, DE got the 4 points. And yeah, hopefully, you know, DE can just keep this pace going, getting some wins, getting some points for the team. KG, on the other hand, definitely is going to be the better pick here, as KG is going to be a Group A team actually fighting DE. So judging from the, you know, the rank, definitely KG going to have an easier time in this battle against DE. But still, DE made a lot of improvements in the past, so yeah, hopefully they can last against KG. KG over here, seems like all their players stays the same. The jungler still take. Xiaolei is gonna be their top laner. Piku is their mid laner. Shimizu their support. Also Xiaochu is gonna be that marksman. So on the other side, it's gonna have DE. They have some new players joining us from last week. Maybe we're gonna see them joining us again right now in this week's battle. But seems like, you know, they're judging from last week's performance, DE, you know, their early game was still a little bit off. You know, those laning phases, those heroes choices maybe are not the best. Maybe like their composition is good, but knowing how to use that hero at a really, really high level, it might need some practice, you know. Practice does require for every single hero. You know, you're not gonna like master one hero in like one night. So choose those compositions very carefully. You do not want to rush and choosing the composition, but you're not really familiarized with the heroes, and the countering, the laning phases is going to be more difficult. So I'd rather you choose a hero that you know how to play than playing a hero that you have just not very much skill or not having a lot of practice with. So yeah, hopefully DE does make those better decisions in those composition picks. But so far so good over here for KG. KG been winning few of the games usual. Let's look at the recaps from last week, and seems like they only lost not really any, just lost one time to MH, and that was a tie. So, and also they pretty much win really easily against Gluck. So yeah, the only time they tie is gonna be against MAH. Feel like they're gonna have a easier time against DE, as Gluck already defeated DE, but KG defeated Gluck. So DE is actually fighting a team coming in from KG. So here, the team really much stays the same for DE. It's gonna be that player from last week, and you can see the data comparisons. KG definitely is looking a lot more sharper. The less def, better go, damage taken per minute, reasonable. Total go just blowing DE straight out of the water right now, and the total kill. So definitely DE is facing a monster right now. So hopefully they can just play it safe in those early lanes and not letting KG get out of control. But it's gonna be really, really hard for DE as they face a Group A competitor. So DE never faced KG before, so today is gonna be the first time they gonna face off this Group A team. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. The game might end really, really fast. Well, hopefully DE can really, kind of just defend their base a little bit longer. But realistically, you gotta take a look at the numbers. KG definitely overall just have the better numbers here. So KG, it should be an easy game here for KG, and they shouldn't sweat that much. So hopefully DE is prepared for this. They already know that they're facing a top team. Hopefully they can choose a composition that really counters this KG. But I feel like KG does have a lot more composition differences in the past. I feel like compared to season 1, KG has gained a significant hero pool, and also their heroes changes. Like they've been learning this game from season 1 to season 2, so a lot of changes has been happening, but they also are really adapting to these changes as well. So off the bat, we have Dachao getting banned out, and KG does not want to see that hero. Yeah, this is the first game here today who banned out Dachao, but still banning out Dachao, I feel like DE is not gonna pick up that hero. I feel like DE haven't even used Dachao in the past, so not sure why KG want to ban out. Maybe they're just gonna go with the the normal procedures, as the protocols is always to ban out Dachao and ban out those top meta heroes. Maybe targeting the junglers as well, getting out that Jin and banning out that Zhao Huaijin is gonna be good for DE. So DE banning out those meta picks as well. I'm really looking forward to the first pick of KG. If they want to end the game early, they want to go all aggressiveness. Maybe you want to see Marco Polo or Mashinui. But here, KG, a solid pick is gonna be Byron. Very, very strong top laner of the current meta still, like compared to Alien, compared to Mayane. They're sitting around about the same level. DE picking up that Shunbin definitely is a good choice for those group fights, and having that combination with this tankiness is gonna be one of those really common strategy that composition is using. And KG, great pick. Shulia is gonna be the support. really aggressive. So pretty much KG has a lot of crowd control already, and Piku getting that Haya, and seems like they want to pick up the game really fast. The pace is gonna go really fast here, I suppose, because they're using Sulid, and you know Sulid is this super aggressive, high mobility. I would say high mobility because he runs pretty fast. He walks pretty fast, and with that ultimate that he's charging up, he runs even faster. So having that Howland emblem on that character is gonna be a really good item for him to pick up. And yes, Quito getting that Ishin is gonna slow down KG a bit. You know, DE over here try to slow them down as much as possible. Hopefully they can just last and defend themselves from this monster team coming out of Group A. But here, Kai getting banned from DE. They're still banning out their jungle as well, so they're gonna ban out Ata. They just denying those tankiest junglers, as you might say. But still, KG does have a chance to go for more of those assassin junglers. I feel like they already have those tankiness. Like they got Byron, they got Shulid. They just need like assassin, maybe also pair up with a high mobile shooter. So maybe Gunshan Li and maybe Lam, or you know, who else is popular? Luna. So yeah, hopefully KG take a look at the composition. They can just choose accordingly to what DE is picking up, and having that Marco Polo, that's what I'm talking about. They're going full aggressive. I thought they're just being a little bit aggressive with Gunshan Li, but if you want to be super aggressive, you get Marco Polo. And with the upgrades coming in from Cao Cao, and yeah, I feel like Cao Cao is a okay pick. They did upgraded him recently, making him a bit stronger. And actually, I feel like double of his speed, attack speed is getting really upgraded a lot. So a huge upgrade coming in from the patches recently for Cao Cao. So yeah, this Cao Cao is gonna be pretty much a highly tankiness and also a great jungler so far. It maybe like not the best jungler, but with the upgrades is gonna be a reasonable jungler to farm. Seems like they want to switch out that Marco Polo for this Lady Strand. It's gonna be a lot more safer because Marco Polo is gonna have that laning phase pretty much against him in the beginning. Really weak laning stages for that Marco Polo. So still, KG here still want to play it safe. Having that Cao Cao as jungler, this is gonna be the first time I'm seeing this hero. And with the upgrades, hopefully, you know, KG can use this Cao Cao to its maximum efficiency. But here, the composition is looking really solid for DE. So, but it's not actually depending on the composition. It's really deciding on those battles and how they can initiate it. So, yeah, hopefully they can do this. And Swami is the jungler, so they having actually their mid laner plays Mayane for the top, and having their top laner playing marksman. Also, 0-2 supposed to play the marksman, but maybe he's playing the mid lane now because he didn't do really well as a marksman last week in those games. So maybe this change is gonna be better for DE because of the situations from last week. So judging from the situations from last week, definitely DE is putting in those different kind of strategy, having different players playing different positions. This might work out better because, you know, they're gonna play the heroes that they're, you know, better at or having, you know, more knowledge of. So yeah, Quito is gonna play that Mayane. Swami stays the same, playing jungler Xiaohodun. Also, JJ is still gonna be the shooter as the Alexio. Yeah, so hopefully DE can really learn from their mistakes from those last week competition. So match is gonna be on the way. KG on the left on the blue versus DE on the right on the red. And I'm your caster, Git. We're gonna get this match underway. Feel like a lot of aggressiveness for KG. And let's see how this, new Cao is gonna, show us some fancy upgrades. So far, I've seen him, this Cao in the ranked games. Usually, like, not much people notice that his change has been upgraded, but his base attack has been upgraded. His attack speed, the stacking of the scaling, definitely is going to be a lot more better than the old version. I would say a really big upgrade, but definitely compared to Zhao Huaizhen, maybe not, still not on the meta table chart, but the upgrade is going to be good. He's a great 1v1 jungler. Also, he does skills really off that ultimate. So once he activates his ultimate, he has an insane amount of life steal on this Cao. So he probably can never die. He's just gaining life back every single strike that he does. And yeah, hopefully you can see that, like, how insane is his life steal. But the only thing that he's afraid of is probably a lot of crowd control. Right here is Take going in on this. My Jane, also Swami, they're gonna be in trouble here. Kito has to flash out. And here is Byron still chasing down. JJ in trouble. Flash being forced out, but here comes Lady Shen flashing in. Also getting that kill, but he has to go down as Lucky Leon pull up the kills on Lady Shen. That's gonna be 1-for-1. Not bad of a trade. First blood go out to Xiao Chu. So, definitely the first blood is gonna be a lot more better because you get an extra go for that. KG still playing it a fairly passive aggressiveness. Like, they're not going full aggressiveness because they don't want to, like, kind of, they want to be more safe. So yeah, hopefully after this Shule gets to level 4, that's when the aggressiveness begins. He flashed in, try to attempt to make a push, but it wasn't happening. And here they have Take going in, and we're just waiting for the right moment to make it all possible here. But Hyatt also level 4. They can make something happen pretty much right now. So this bottom lane is gonna be maybe their opening point to make an access into that jungle, but still great pick out by 0-2. Getting that Ishin really slows a lot of the rhythm down by KG. So yeah, so in the early games, KG doesn't really want to rush it because they have this Ishin in the mix, and you can see from the replay both teams just being a little bit too aggressive. But still, first blood, not a great trade here, but still, the cash is going to be enough for the first blood on the KG. Definitely a lot slower than I expected. I thought it was going to be really fast. And you can see this courier orientation of this Cao is going to be a warrior. And also his passive, every time he attacked faster. And his first ability got an upgrade. Here is going to be the gank coming in from KG. KG just smashing the buttons down. And here is going to be Take escaping, but still Haya is taking care of this Shrimp Bean inside the Mirage. Piku is going to get coming out, but Shimichu is here to help. Here is going to be Lady Shen picking up the kill. Mayane 0-2 is giving me trouble. The Destiny ability forced out from Kito, and also 0-2 goes down as well. And yeah, that Destiny ability, that's what 0-2 had, but it wasn't enough. Lady Shen still able to take down, and also another shutdown here by Take as they gain the advantage of the towers, also gain advantage of the kills as well. So even with that Ishin, they're still being a lot aggressive. The reason for this is like they already reached level 4. They have the capacity for going for those dives, and yeah, I feel like they're getting more comfortable maybe we're gonna see more dives coming up as this, Shimizu already got this Howling Emblem so early in the game. Like, he built pretty much this item first. JJ is in trouble, and here KG did a really nice job. The vision control was so well done. He actually went behind JJ, like that vision block. Like, nobody can see him. Like, there was no minions there, so you're expecting all those grass supposed to be safe, but KG just went behind the tower and also taking that Shun Beam. Over here, 0-2 getting taken out, and everything just goes sideways for DE. DE still want to fight back. Kito doing those first ability damages, but here, first ability by Xiaolei is going to recover some HP, but he goes down as well. But not to worry, the top lane getting taken out by KG. KG being so aggressive, the flash coming out from JJ also.
Unstoppable.
Coming out from Shulia, but this Lady Strength is getting a lot more powerful, and his damage is coming out online pretty early. He has the damage, he has the Axle Torment, he has the Master Sword. So Xiao Chu is doing a lot of damage right now, and I feel like nobody's gonna stop him. He has Alexio, pretty much 2.8k, 0 and 4, so yeah, it's not gonna be much of a threat. And yes, this Mayana is going to be in trouble here. Shimizu going in with the charge. And hits the flash, forcing out from Mayana. And he's going to live for one more day. KG pretty much got this in the bag right now. 7 minutes. They're pretty much starting to snowball. And Towers is doing really well. Here's Take going in, massive, using the ultimate, just unstoppable right now. Like, nobody can take down this man. Shimizu always looking for the perfect angle to come in. Byron taking a lot of damage. Still great composition over here. I feel like DE just have too much on their hands to handle. Even if they get past the front row, how are they gonna manage this Lady Strength? And I feel like the game pretty much is gonna come to an end. We might see the final fight coming up. Shimizu still have that flash almost available. It's still going in and smacking the hammer down. And look at that damage. Nobody is contesting to this Shulit, and Shulit is having that flash in handy. So the next time he's gonna have that flash available. Also, that ultimate is gonna be available also. So he is gonna be a really dangerous ticking time bomb for DE. And pretty much all the tower is gonna be gone for DE. And it's only a matter of time until KG just really choke down on DE. And yes, DE just can't really compete with this Group A team, and they're just having a taste of what's it like going up against a Group A. And Lucky Leon getting caught in the jungle, and he's gonna go down pretty easily. And with that, I feel like they can't really initiate. They don't have Shun Beam. They only have 0-2 with that ultimate, and it's gonna like slow them down a little bit. But I shouldn't be too worried. But Xiaolei does go for that top lane. Here's the ultimate already out, so it's gonna be that cue for Shimizu to jump in. It's gonna be the fast. There is gonna be godlike for that Lady Strand. Game is gonna be over. 3 dragons already stepped inside the base, and that is gonna be easy win for Killer Gaming as they just dominating the first game for the first match. And wow, KG just showing what's it like to fight against a Group A team, and you can see it. This is no comparison. This KG definitely shut down DE in a matter of seconds, and that game didn't even last 10 minutes. So yeah, it's safe to say that KG got this pretty much in the bag. They're going home with a pretty much a 2-0 today. I would say, judging from the first match, DE just can't really compete with KG. Even with the progressments, but the skill gap is way too big between those two teams, and the numbers tells you, like the numbers, that the statistics shows that KG is the top player in this match. And the combo, Shulia is so dangerous. Like, who can contest to that? And it seems like KG does have a better understanding of the vision control. Like, this Lady Xuan and Shulia actually sneak up behind JJ, this Alexio. And Alexio has no idea, because there's like no the vision control, like they just have it so perfectly under control for KG. They just can move out around the map, just taking care of business. So DE still have a lot to learn. This Alexio also just not doing really hot in the beginning, and 0-4 for him. And this Lady Xuan just pretty much shut down every single members who can contest, and that damage is really insane. Seems like Swami is, had a better job, like doing it better in those kill counts, but it's a team-based game. If your team is not doing well, the whole team is not going to be doing well anyway. So definitely you want to make sure that every component of your team do their jobs, so that really gets the whole team to do a good job. So even with one member doing a better job, it's not gonna cut it. So over here, KG on the other side, everybody have their parts, and definitely doing those parts is gonna be a lot more better. And that's how they just end the game so early, before 10 minutes. And you can judge that from the MAH battle as well. They're just a well-coordinated team. And DE just pretty much got shut down this game. 0 everything, and 0 dragons, 0 towers. And yeah, hopefully they can just defend a lot more better in the second coming game. But KG straight dominating the whole game right now, and probably gonna try some experimentation combos maybe, because they're so confident in their abilities that they can win. So hopefully they can show us some new heroes. And here is gonna be your MVP, Shimizu from KG with that 116 KDA. And yeah, great initiator. And I can see why they picked this hero, because they just want to dominate. They know they have the upper advantage and the skill gap. And choosing this hero just accelerate the game. Over here, here's that vision control that I'm talking about. KG just sneak up behind Alexio. And here is also the dive happening here from Shimizu, and pretty much Sunbin couldn't go anywhere. Like, even with that second speed boost, he just not gonna be going anywhere. Always charging in first hand. It's gonna be Shimizu, and he's gonna be doing all the initiations. And here's gonna be the bomb dropping in at that last battle. So yeah, first game, KG definitely dominated the whole game. Second game is gonna be coming up, and feel like KG got this. Is not a competition for KG, because KG already competed a lot in Group A. So coming into Group B, pretty much they're taking it easy, really, and also these bottom ranked team can't compare it with the Group A team. So judging from that first game, we can safely say that KG gonna get this 2-0, but not to worry. DE came a long way. They progress pretty much, fairly good. Like, they have some new players joining in. Also, they have, their practices already. They try to rotate their player roles, which it might not work, but this time they did something differently. So this is a good start. Change is gonna be good. Definitely, you want to improve of your situation from last time. So I can see they are trying to make an effort for those changes, and DE just want to improve itself over and over. So definitely you want to correct yourself after every single mistake. That's how you improve. And as an esport player, it's going to be really competitive, and having every single moment to improve is going to be a lot better. and to work as a team as well. So yeah, hopefully they're gonna be doing a lot more better in the second game. But against KG, I feel like, you know, the pressure just way too much. The challenge is way too high for DE. You know, if I was DE, I would just, you know, do my best and, you know, actually learn something from KG. Every battle is gonna be a lesson, so, you know, be a lesson learned. So KG already feeling really good about this one. So pretty much they can select any hero that they want. Maybe not to get too confident, but judging from this first game, they can be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe pulling out the Marco Polo, maybe doing some crazy picks, maybe, you know, picking up the Monkey King or something. I don't know. KG have a lot of option here. They can just experiment with some new compositions as they're feeling really confident right now, but KG still want to go with the safer route. BP always the same. Shenbing, the Shamonshi, also Mayene getting taken out. Seems like both sides really targeting those high meta pick heroes, and Assassin also getting banned out for Jing. So they know that Swami is really good with that Jing and just probably banning that character every single game. So KG still respect DE for having that Jing as their player, and DE is gonna pick up that Zhao Huaizhen. Great pick, and always a great tankiness and initiator for the whole team. So KG is still doing the safe pick, I would say. Having that Cai Yuan and that Zhao Jing already sets a great foundation. Like the AoE extra life is there. So yeah, like I feel like, you know, the rest of the pick, they can take it easy. They already got a solid pick. I feel like Ganja Moya is gonna be out for Quito. Ganja Moya is a high damage mage that just summons a lot of swords, you know, in a line, in a curve that strike its targets. So it's a really difficult hero to use, I would say. Like in the beginning of the patch, I would say he does a lot of the damage, but throughout the patch he changes, and also he added this special specified item for Ganjian, so he can rapid fire those swords like really continuously. So he can really release like eight swords at the same time. So highly damage mage in the middle of DE, but can they use this effectively? It's gonna be really hard hero to be mastering, like hitting those precise swords at the right time. That's what Quito has to do if he decides to play this Ganjian. But over here, KG going for the Alien, and yeah, I feel like the Alien is just gonna target this Ganjian just every single time. We're targeting their marksman, because Alien is really good at targeting those backline heroes like your mages, your marksman, and he's just gonna jump straight in because he had that flash available too. Like he has that flash, and when he uses that ultimate, it's gonna gain the distance between you and your marksman. So it's gonna be really dangerous if that Alien do get into that backline. So over here, KG does go for that Gunshun Li. So, you know, they want to be aggressive but not too aggressive. But still, with the Alien and Gunshun Li lockdown, the early game, I feel like it's gonna be really good. Over here, DE does decide to go with this combo Huanzhong, maybe this Luban number 7 with this Luban Master. So already a solid combo, but I'm just worried that, you know, Luban does not have that mobility. Also that, you know, Lucky Leon have to be really careful of protecting this Luban number 7. As this Ata, there's gonna be Xiao Lei, you know, with the Alien, and Gunshun Li can really move around the battlefield really quickly. So this backpack kid, he's gonna be in trouble. Like he just, even though he can like move once, but also having that flash, that's gonna be like 2 movements every 120 seconds. So yeah, a lot of danger here for Luba number 7. And yeah, maybe this KG is gonna go with Invade because Ata is gonna be the jungler. And the invasion highly possible, but without Guangyu, maybe they're not gonna go for that early invasion. But judging from this composition already, we can see that KG still have a great initiators. You have Taijun, you have Alien, you have Ata, you got Gunshun Li with the ultimate, the umbrella push. So yes, also that the Ice Girl in the middle, Zhao Jun is gonna use that freeze ability. So a lot of CC here on KG. Also, you know, they still want to play it safe. Like they want to just pick the safer choices and end the game early. Seems like DE still are going with those role switches. Seems like, you know, their top lane is gonna be playing a different position. We're gonna see that in this match as well. So this is gonna be our Group B battle, guys. It's gonna be KG. They're gonna be switching sides. KG back on the red side and DE back on the blue side here. So far, KG already have that 1 point. So they're looking forward to grabbing this perfect 2-0 from DE. And it shouldn't be too much of a problem here. You know, judging from the numbers, judging from the skill levels, definitely KG gonna have that more advantage situation where they have more of those experiments. Also that is coming in to the Group B, just pretty much dominating. So yeah, this is a Group A team. So yeah, versus a Group B team. So that's what you expect from a great team like KG, just taking their time and playing it really easy in this Group B battle. So yeah, already dominating the first game. They're looking forward to dominating the second game as well. DE still is fighting an uphill battle, so hopefully they can just hold on a little bit longer. 0-2 is going to be still playing that mid lane. Swami playing the same jungler as well. Kito is going to be your top laner. And Lucky Leon is going to be your support for DE. So yeah, those positions are not changing. And yeah, the match is going to be on the way. And it seems like, you know, the starting opening, having Gunshun Li in the mid, is going to be a really aggressive start here for KG. And here, just farming up and letting that Gunshun Li just taking the mid lanes. And that Shimichu is going to be that ATM for that Gunshun Li to get its cash really early and already being really aggressive here for KG. I like this. KG gaining that River Sprite also means a lot. And just jumping in firsthand. Yes, and also, you know, this 0-2 going a little bit too deep. Try to take care of those monsters, those pigs in the jungle, but it's gonna be a lot more difficult here. Xiaolei fighting Kito at the top over here, 1v1, and Xiaolei try to maybe dance around Byron for a little bit longer, but decided to back off because Xiaolei got the execution available. So when Kito has his HP fall below a certain threshold, the execution can really like take him out in a single second. So like not even a single second, like instantly. So yeah, this Kito have to be careful of his HPs, and Xiaolei probably already know how to handle the situation, and having those attack damage calculated, he knows when to use that execution. So this Alien is gonna be playing in a really aggressive style. Maybe he's gonna clean up the front line more. So without that flash, it's gonna be a lot more safer for that, you know, that JJ, also that Lucky Leon. But here's another fight happening here. Ata setting up the barrier, but here's also Xiaolei jumping up in the air, execution, easy kill right there. Also that execution, refresh yourself after you get a successful kill. So feeling like this Xiaolei is gonna get out of control if he does get those kills over time. Ata just being super aggressive right now and getting that rep buff from the east side of the jungle. Seems like KG is going for a small pause right now, but you know, they're gonna get their self back in the game shortly. Seems like they're already dominating the early game, so it's a matter of time when they move into the mid game. Seems like they already have that great composition. DE just have to defend themselves a little bit better because you know their jungler is getting really invaded in the early games. Like you can't really stop Ata. Ata just so tanky, and you know you have to have at least like 2 or 3 members with you if you want to secure that jungle. And it seems like KG just gonna go really aggressively and going for that jungle. And you can see that they pick up that Gunshanli as well. So hopefully, you know, they can just end the game around the same time as the last game. But hopefully to end it a lot more earlier. But we're gonna go into a small pause due to a network connectivity issue. Our troubleshooting team is, you know, in progress. Hopefully, you know, stay tuned for more updates. But hopefully, you know, we can jump back into the game ASAP because this connectivity issue pretty much happens every single game. You know, it happens all the time. It cannot be pretty much prevented. So these things happen sometimes, and these things can really disturb the game a lot. So hopefully they do get that fixed and we can get the game back online. But yeah, let's talk about that. Their win conditions. DE over here does significantly better, you know, at this phase of the early game. They have been improving. So, you know, First Blood actually didn't get drawn out yet. So that's good news for DE. But, you know, KG just gonna keep dominating DE, and I feel like, you know, this game is the game that KG let everybody knows in Group E, like who is gonna be the boss, because KG want that top 2 spots, and they're really hungry. You know, they want to have that top 2 spot. They want to fight their way back into Group A, and that is their only chance to do that. Hopefully they can just show those Group A teams that, you know, KG is coming back, and yeah, hopefully this is gonna be KG for this time. But yeah, it seems like KG already have that great composition available, even though they don't have that Shrulia this match, but that Taijin is gonna be enough for KG. The composition is pretty much stable, like a lot of AoEs, like they have like Zhao Jun, so yeah, super stable. I was expecting to have Marco Polo, but you know, they're still playing it safe. Even though like they know that they can beat DE with no problem, they always want to go with those safer choices. It's like when we talk about like choices, they pick those meta pick always, like no matter what kind of team they're facing. So it's a huge respect to DE because they are taking this game really seriously. Also, DE is doing those role changes, having, you know, different kind of lanes, playing different kind of positions. So, you know, hopefully that's working out. Like since like last week, there was some, you know, early game miscommunications, and DE wasn't doing really good. But yeah, they managed to get the win from Gluck last week. So they already have 3 points. They don't have, you know, 0 points anymore compared to their first round of the regular stage. So definitely they're doing a lot more better in the second round of the regular stage. And yeah, hopefully we're gonna see some new heroes like Cao Cao, as you can see, like with the upgrades in this future game. But since we're doing BO2, so both team does want to pick up that most meta hero, so it's gonna have a better chance of winning. Yeah, so far so good. Like these 2 spots maybe gonna be up for takes. KG is still playing a lot more aggressive, but I feel like they're really volatile. Like they are just doing really good sometimes, and sometimes their mid game just falls. Like, so they have to be careful of that. But it seems like they're doing a lot more better in Group B, as the competition level is gonna be a lot lower than Group A. So yeah, KG just doing a bit more well in Group B. But definitely you want to compete with those Group A people to get more better at the game. Definitely you want to fight the team that it's gonna be better than you, so that's how you improve over time. And DE is fighting an uphill battle as they are facing a Group A team, so there's a lot for DE to learn as well. So hopefully both teams can learn from each other. And yeah, match 2 is gonna be in this match. Seems like the pause a little bit too long, so we're gonna have this broadcast VCR for you in a moment.
Last time, we talked about hero design. In this Dev Talk, let's take a look at the stage upon which Honor of Kings heroes perform, the Heroes' Gorge. We aim to provide a fun and enjoyable gaming experience in the Gorge, employing the visual design of the map and different battlefield mechanics to continuously deliver opportunities for players to feel the joy of competitive fighting. To this end, we are always seeking answers to these questions. What features do players enjoy most? How can we make a MOBA map rich and interesting? Speaking of the visual design of the Gorge map, we use 3 principles: clarity, uniqueness, and balance. Clarity means that the environment itself clearly conveys the battlefield
Welcome back, guys, and we are doing our match 2 of our game number 2 of DE versus KG. The game was paused due to a connectivity issue, but we're gonna hopefully hop back into the game ASAP, as we are still doing our game number 2. And as I can remember, is when Ata is entering the red area of DE, that's what the game is paused, and we're gonna be back as Ata get that red. He's gonna have that slow attack advantage on the DE players over here. Ata just dominating, and with the execution, Shaolei is gonna pick up another kill. That's gonna be 2 for 0 trade, but still DE still have 1 member left that is left behind. That's gonna be Byron. That's gonna be 3 for 0 trade for KG. KG just dominating the whole map right now, and you can see that from the replay in the early game. First blood getting taken out, and Shaolei just dominating the game right away. And I thought like the first blood didn't get drawn out, but I remember like the execution from Shaolei does come in handy, and Swami can't really compete right now with that tankiness of this alien. But it seems like they want to put their attention on that top lane as Shaolei gets a little bit more powerful, and they want to maybe target that lane a little bit more. But it's gonna be hard because Shaolei has the ability to move around the battlefield, really nimble warrior. So yeah, he can do more of an aggressive alien, or he can be defensive alien. But in this case, KG is gonna go with a more aggressive alien with that execution. Ata is gonna just continue to go for that red, and you can be sure that Shimizu is ready for those engagements. And right here, Piku with Gunshan Lee on the bottom lane, and even though they don't have that bottom lane tower taken down, they're still gonna go into that jungle like no matter what. Like they're not really scared of the jungle protection system. And right now, Ruban number 7 just getting ganked from the back. Ruban Master is not gonna be available for there to protect him. Here's Alien execution, and he is gonna get another kill. So easy, just taking care of the mid laners and also taking care of the new bot number 7 as well. So yeah, KG just really dominating right now, and I feel like Xiaolei just nothing can stop him right now. He just as the front laner, just going into the back lane, just doing so much damage, and he can use that boot to go into anywhere at a really fast rate. So the travel speed there for Alien is really good.
Red team has destroyed a turret.
Red team already get that turn, and they're just traveling across the map, just getting kills from left to right. Kito has to force out that flash, but here, so many CCs. He used the first ability to movement dash out of there to stay alive. And yeah, over here, you know, DE is fairly well be proactive as they kind of really want to go through for those neutral objectives and push other lane. So this is a great tactic that DE, like, you're going after my top lane, well, I'm gonna get the tyrant, and also I'm gonna get your bottom lane as well. But Swami has to be really careful, because the reinforcements are coming in really fast. And here is gonna be the Taijunin going in with the reach, and Crucially is gonna finish it off. Atta's continue going for that red, and he is not afraid of anything right now, just being that super tank for KG. And the goals are rolling in for KG. KG already have almost 20k in gold. Right now, here's Shimizu going in with the initiation. JJ feeling a little bit really low. And the bottom lane tower is just getting destroyed one by one. Take using that shovel, just laying the passage. And he still like walk out pretty much untouched. He's just so tank. So yeah, it's gonna be really difficult for DE just to face that Atta alone, because they don't have much damage right now, and Alien just taking care of this back lane, using that passive, just gaining that lifesteal, also that immunity on his first ability that built into his kit. So these new heroes just really demonstrating a high amount of sustainability. Overlord goes into the hands of KG pretty much for free here. And yeah, the jungle just getting taken over here. 1v2, Alien have that immunity, and he's gonna have that tankiness. Here is gonna be 0-2, try to still targeting that Xiaolei constantly, but Xiaolei managed to get out in time. 0-2 is landing all those swords, but Take just not feeling any of the damage. So right now, definitely KG is going into a snowball mode, taking up the resource, denying their jungles one by one. And you know, Kunshani and Shimizu is doing really well. Combination here's Kito and Swami just getting taken away. Xiao Chu just having a really easy time. High mobility shooter over here, and he pretty much can jump in anytime. Here's the Howling Emblem coming from Shimizu. Shimizu jumping in. Here's Alien jumping in. Everything's going out from left to right. Atta jumping in, laying down the shovel. Here is the CC combo from Shimizu, and he is gonna go down, but he is gonna trade one member for 3 members of DE, and also with the inner tower on top of that. So yeah, the trade is really worth it over here for KG. Shimizu also went down, but a huge advantage gain here. The jungles, the towers belongs to KG. So definitely the whole map control right now. KG is just carrying the rhythm of the game, and DE better bunker up, because sooner or later they're gonna arrive at the doorstep of the top tower, also the inner towers, the high ground towers as well. So Alien pretty much can't be taken down, as he just got that blood rage. He's gonna be even more tankier. Lucky Leon try to pull him in, but it's gonna be really difficult. Lucky Leon has to keep an eye on JJ by using the chain ability, but not really seeing that happening right now. So maybe you know, DE is not using this to his advantage right now. Right now, JJ doesn't have that link available. They instead, you know, this Ganjan have the link that's attached to Luban Master. Seems like the Venomous Staff is gonna be out. It's gonna be a lot better for, you know, DE here. But that comfort is not gonna last, as they're doing the double dragon right now, as both sides are taking down the dragon, but DE is waiting patiently in the grass. Maybe this Blue Runner 7 is trying to make a steal over here. But the Dark Tyrant does still go into the hands of KG. And also Swami got taken down from the top side of the river. Shumichu goes in and stuns Kito. Kito goes down with the execution from Xiaolei. Xiaolei gains another kill. Xiaolei just being really unstoppable warrior right now. He's the hero, just going in at the first moment of every situation. Double dragon here, almost for KG, but I feel like that Tyrant is gonna be enough for the push. So 2 members fall here for DE. Swami just came back. Shumichu try to go in. Here is gonna be Alien from the back, and execution. Double kill here for Alien. He tried to attempt for a triple kill, and he is gonna get it. But the kills go to Simichu. But no matter, look at this, the domination that KG is doing on DE is just impeccable right now. KG is gonna walk home with that 2-0, and congratulations for Killer Gaming for taking the win. Xiaolei is just being an unstoppable warrior that game, just going in, disregarding all the towers, disregarding everything, and using that blood rage, using that tankiness. This definitely KG is doing the more aggressive play here. So no surprise here. Judging from the numbers, KG definitely have that win, in my opinion. You know, even from the very beginning, I think KG pretty much have the easier time in today's game, as they are a top team that came from Group A, and they're facing you know, DE, a Group B team. So definitely the skill gap is gonna be there. But yeah, DE does improve a lot over the past week, but against KG, it's just way too much to handle. So yeah, they just can't compete with KG at this level right now. So hopefully they can learn from KG from this game. Seems like this Alien was pretty much dominating the whole game, and also this Ata just invading the jungles really well. And also this Gunshonli, everything just, you know, fits perfectly like a puzzle. So definitely it's gonna be a 5v5 team-based game, and nobody is doing everything alone here. So everything's coming back together really nicely. Judging from the scoreboard, you can see that, you know, Luban number 7 didn't really got his damage in time. He only had like 1 damage item, or this Shadow Ripper and this Infinity Blade, but it's not gonna be enough. I don't see a lot of great situation where Luban can do damage. So this game might not be the choice, might not be a best choice for Luban. I would say, you know, they want to choose a better marksman. Luban is gonna be really vulnerable to this Alien, their top laner from KG. So yeah, maybe more defensive shooter. I would say maybe like, you know, Concert U, or, you know, some kind of shooter that has some kind of dash kit that built into him. So either that, or, you know, do a better protection of your marksman. They really try their best against KG. Eventually, you know, it was just too much to handle. But they did a lot better than the first game, actually. You know, the game ended around 11 minutes. So they held longer than their first game. So, you know, improvement. You know, something is definitely better than nothing. So here's going to be the MVP. It's going to be Tank from Killer Gaming. And yeah, he just get those perfect jungle invades every time. Like he knows when the rep buff is gonna spawn. So he has that timer there. Like he has the timer in his mind. Like maybe even before that 30-second, when the red buff, the blue buff make the appearance, he was always there. And he always invaded with the rest of the team. And you can see that damage though is not that significant, but damage taken almost over 30%, 31% maybe. And he just taking everything in the jungle right here. Gaining that red buff, he was allowed him to kill the 0-2. Also this Ganjian goes down and he just continued to do damage and providing assistance to Xiaolei. And when Quito come, everybody pretty much left the party already. So Quito arrived at the scene a little bit too late and he just fall victims to KG's members. And here Shumichu just dominating the whole crew with the Howling Emblem. And you can always find that Ata is absorbing most of the damage in this game and creating a tank and better, you know, damage output environment for the shooters and also the alien to do his damage. So definitely he does a lot of the heavy lifting for KG. So that was game number 2 and match number 2 for KG versus DE. Seems like KG just got the perfect win. Hopefully they can do a lot more better against MAH. Hopefully, you know, that's when they got tie. So they still have to versus Fennel. So, you know, they have other matches to attend. They still have those chances to get those points, and hopefully they can get the maximum point available to get into those top 2 spots. But yeah, that was match number 2 for today. First match was crazy and second match also crazy as KG already dominated. Seems like today is pretty much a domination match. Not really much of a tie here, but we're gonna see a short interview from one of these players here. So let's check this out.
在第一局的比赛中，你状态很好，也拿到了第一局的 MVP。觉得今天队伍表现的怎么样呢？有什么进步的地方吗？ You played very well and got MVP in the first round. How do you feel about your team today? Do you think you're getting better?
我觉得我们队今天正常发挥吧，然后再多练了一点东西，在比赛中。
I think we've done our best today. After all, we've always been keep practicing. 第二个问题，觉得在队伍里面哪位选手在训练中帮助你最多呢？觉得他今天表现的怎么样呢？ Which player helped you the most in training? What do you think about his performance today?
我觉得没有针对哪个选手吧，就是我们整个队伍的沟通，就是再多练一下这个沟通的话，就会整个队就好起来。
My teammates are very helpful. I think we can improve our communication and we're getting better.
Yes, that was KG, that was Sumitsu, and he does a lot better in the first round, and he was like the MVP, I remember. As they say, they just, you know, pretty much went in there and did their thing. They really didn't really practice a lot beforehand, so it seems like, you know, they got the game pretty much known, and they did just really well. They're just doing what they do best. KG dominating the whole entire game against DE. So yeah, good luck to them. Hopefully, you know, they can make it into that top 2 spot and fight their way back into Group A, or just showing that Group A that, you know, KG is still there, and, you know, hopefully Group A didn't forget about KG. So that being said, we have our match number 3. It's gonna be Gluck versus Fennel. But before that, we're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back.
是善良。
There is gonna use that flash, but here comes Nova. Wait, it's gonna jump and it's gonna fall down, and the combination of those players are working so well together. And here, Dion.
断魔
Double
归
kill,
本，
double kill.
恶缘无色，空亦非空。你真的会用这玩意儿吗？
Oh, that is gonna be a close call. Keep
需
getting
要帮
on
忙
top.
吗？
Instead, actually getting
继续
G-Time.
推
That's
进
a great push. And getting anyone
开
with
弓
a great. And MMA putting the hammer on the nail. Getting those kills. Here comes rebound number 7. With the such a
继续挺进
great.，
让让，需要帮忙吗？无事发生。
这不是神经病，是理想。
Smart, lots of. And Luna is gonna come in with
变
a
身
clear
吧
shot. Here is gonna be a janitor. Wow, Fennel. That could be a triple kill, maybe a quadra
早
kill,
就
maybe
知道 not.
not.
你有问题，怕不怕？混蛋！
10万伏特。
Now that is what happened. What the flash, the double kill, and this is the counter strike, triple kill on Juan. What an outplay here.
Triple kill.
全力以赴做正确的事。
MS King doing a lot of damage.
先吃我一锤。
And that is what I'm talking about. RTC fighting back.
我们来比划比划。
Still on the run. Byron getting that double kill. Well, this is gonna be trouble for RTC. Triple kill on Byron.
先吃我一锤。璀璨的破灭。 我们来比划比划。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to our King's Asian Wave competition, and this is gonna be match number 3 for today, and it's gonna be our final matchup for the day. It's gonna be Gluck versus Fennel, and Gluck has not won a single game so far. Maybe, you know, not really working out for them in this second round of the regular stage, but Fennel actually doing fairly really well. They only had a tie against MAH, but the rest of the game they got the perfect 2-0. Also, they did really well last week. They got back-to-back 2-0. So wow, Fennel definitely doing a bit better than I thought. So here is gonna be an update on those rank points. You can see that MAH sitting in at number 1 place in the group B, having that 8 points, and also KG sitting at number 7. Also Fennel is the same. Seems like they're pretty much tied for that. So, but still, you know, KG and Fennel still have the game to play, so they still have a lot of chances. So over here, PE sitting at 3 points, DE sitting at 3 points as well. Only Gluck has that 0 points positioning. So yeah, judging from that, I feel like, you know, Fennel does have the better chance of taking it, because since they're sitting at number 2 facing a number 6 team, they're gonna have the better, you know, the upper advantages, the easier time against Gluck. So here is gonna be the Gluck lineup. Same, nothing has much changed. Team members are still gonna remain the same. Pretty much Genhei is gonna be your marksman, YK the support, Destiny is gonna be your mid laner, and Lua top laner, and Ming is gonna be the jungler. So yeah, hopefully, you know, Gluck is able to get some point back into their system right now, but you know, stuff is not doing too good for those bottom ranked teams on Group B as we are moving into the playoffs. Unfortunately for those bottom ranked players in the Group B, they have to go home. We cannot go into playoffs, so that's something that, you know, they want to make sure they to to put behind. So hopefully, leave everything on the battlefield as all the team go into the playoff. But over here, Fennel's lineup is still pretty much the same. Arise is still gonna be your jungler, and the team's pretty much similar to last week's composition, the roster. And from that side, let's take a look at the data comparison. Fairly normal here. Seems like Fennel does have a bit of more of an edge, and those goals, also those total kill counts. Yeah, less death definitely is gonna be the better numbers here for Fennel. You can see that the goal acquired per minute is gonna be a little bit more. The only thing that's feel like their damage taken per minute is the Gluck has that, but that might not be a good thing, because that's more of the damage taken per minute by the whole team. So the less probably is gonna be a lot better, because you're gonna have not enough damage. Gonna have a better health bar because you're taking less damage, and better health bars means you can stay longer in the battle. So that is gonna really affect in correlation with those total kills. So the longer you stay in battle, the better chance you're gonna have to acquire more gold and less death. And these numbers pretty much correlate with each other, and you can see that the Fennel definitely has the better numbers. So I'm not surprised if Fennel takes this one. So yeah, in my opinion, Fennel should have no problem at all. But hey, it's Gluck they're facing. Gluck feel like they already lost to Fennel in the past, so I'm not sure how they can improve from this. It's gonna be really hard for them. Gluck having 0 points, so the pressure is gonna be on Gluck right now. So how they gonna handle this? But I feel like it was pretty close. Gluck last time, I remember they used Athena as one of the junglers for me. So yeah, this is cool. We're gonna might see more of those coming out for Gluck. But as you can see in our BP phase, the Da Chao getting banned out, and also Shamanshi, Zhao Huaizhen, and Luba Master. And yeah, it seems like Gluck want to prioritize that mid laner. But hopefully they can combine it with better compositions right now. So, Shunbing didn't get picked up for Gluck, so Fennel definitely want to grab that. Maybe Xiaohoudun. Those two definitely are always gonna be on the same team. And great pick here. Good start for Fennel, by the way. Those compositions, looking really good right now. And it seems like they want to get that KAW as their marksman for Gluck. Also have that Cheyenne. Yeah, you can see always KAW getting paired up with Yixing, and that's one of the pretty common combos that we've been seeing lately. And Cheyenne is not the best support, but still one of the pretty much great supports for Gluck as a moment. Over here, Fennel is still gonna go with that high mobile Gunshen Li. I would say Gunshen Li is probably the highest level of marksman that you can practice, you can use. So I feel like every marksman should learn Gunshen Li, as I feel like if you learn this marksman, you pretty much can learn any other marksman pretty much really easily. So I feel like the hardest marksman is going to be Gunshen Li, because with all those high mobility skills, and it's going to be, after you learn that hero, it's going to be an easier time learning the other heroes as well. So Fennel actually locking down Alien and Xiaohoudun at the same time. So that's going to be a lot of damage and a lot of tankiness. I'm not sure what Gluck is going to do, because Alien can just jump everywhere. This KAW is probably going to be in trouble, because the Alien is going to be coming for her really fast. So over here, Gluck decided to go with this Lam, and Fennel gonna reply with this Sungwon. They're going really aggressively. I like this. Fennel actually have two assassins, a warrior assassin, Alien, a mage assassin, Shangguan in the mid lane. Also, this marksman is also another assassin. You know, the Gunshan Li. And you can say, I would say Xiaohoden is like a half assassin because his ultimate can really close the gap, the distance between you and the enemy. So, you know, you can think of him as this tanky assassin, but you know, just a little bit of assassin ability in that Xiaohoden. But you know, with the help of Shenbing, it's gonna be a real devastating composition here. Here, double frenzy on Fennel. Definitely a lot of damage, a lot of early game damage coming out of Fennel. I'm expecting, you know, Gluck, you know, to defend fairly well in the beginning. You do not want to fall behind with this composition. I feel like if they do good in the beginning, they can survive a bit better in the mid game, but I am not sure because Fennel has a lot of damage capabilities in the early game. And look at that. Double Frenzy, Gunshan Li, and Shangguan. That's triple assassin here for Fennel. So KAW is going to have a lot of things that on his hands to take care of. So this is going to be match number 3, game number 1. I'm your caster, Git, and this is going to be Gluck on the blue side versus Fennel on the red side. So Gluck decided to go with this marksman going into mid lane. Seems like they want to rotate as Gunshan Li is on the bottom lane. The starting is fairly normal. You can see that Gunshan Li is on the bottom lane, and the jungler are starting at different buff right now. Starting at different position, but still the same buff. You know, blue buff for both sides right now. Seems like they want to gank different lanes. Xiaohoden is just going for that top lane. Miggy just chasing Lua, but the activation, intimidation from that Lua is going to reduce some damage. He's going to remain back in the game. Azar facing 2 members of Gluck, but he shouldn't have a problem because Azar, you know, like he's pretty much really mobile with that Gunshan Li, and but might be a little bit trouble as Ming try to look for an opening here, but Azar probably knows that he want to back off right now, but still Gluck do not want to overcommit as the helps are coming in from Fennel's side. But still feel like Ming still not letting go of this bottom lane. Might want to back off because, you know, Shenbing is going to be around the block, and that Shangguan Wang is probably going to get to level 4 soon, so we're expecting to see a lot of ganks happening after Shangguan gets to level 4. But still, second attempt, Ming is not able to get any of the kills. Seems like, you know, Fennel still doing a really good job guarding itself, guarding its towers, guarding its members, and, you know, playing it really safely. They know that they're going for that Gunshan Li, so here Azar jumping in, but the AoE coming in from KAW. Azar might be in trouble here. So much damage with the double AoE ultimate from Destiny and from Gunhei. You know, Azar just can't do anything about it. So first blood going out to Gluck. Gluck actually doing really well in this early game, and, you know, judging from this action, they pretty much coordinated this attack, having Destiny and also this Gunhei going down on those bottom lanes. So Fennel definitely want to watch it because, you know, they're not the same Gluck anymore from the first time they face off. Azar still facing a lot of pressure actually from Gunhei. Gunhei got that a little bit of extra range. But here's the small skirmish in the mid lane. Lam pushing this Miggy back. Miggy used the ultimate to escape, but Lam is not letting it go. But Arise is going to be here for the help. Arise taking some damage, but they're going to back off, just trading some blows right now. And yeah, actually Miggy is a little bit far behind because he couldn't go to the top lane in time. And the farm is going all into Lua's hands right now. Miggy getting that health kit under the tower, and Lua just going behind the tower, taking care of the minions beforehand. This allows the extra minions coming in from the blue side going down into the towers. But here on the bottom side, both sides are being really aggressive. Lan still looking for an opening. Lan trying to deny that resources, but seeing that Shangguan is in that forest, so that blue buff, he has to let it go. But still creating a lot of space here for Gluck. Fennel's over here, you know, their strategy is okay. They have to wait for the damage. Like right now, the damage probably not gonna be sufficient enough. And with Ishin's ultimate, it's gonna be really hard for Azar to go in for that kill. But here's a Rise coming in from the back. And here's Lua going for the dive. Miggy still, he's used that ultimate to escape. Right now, Miggy facing some pressure. Seems like he's playing Alien a little bit differently than the first Alien we saw early in the game. The first Alien that we saw playing the more aggressive style, but here Miggy playing with the flash style. So you can see that Miggy try to use that flash in the late game, probably going for that Gunhei. And you can see that Lam, his orientation is going to be a jungler, assassin, and topside Lua is getting bombarded by this Fennel. And here is going to be Everless coming in from the sky, dropping the ultimate on Lua. Lua goes down, but still Gluck is doing this really aggressively. Miggy is gonna go rotate to the bottom lane here, but the tower is taking out one by one. Here's the combination from the ultimate from Ishin, and here is gonna be the 2 kills going into Gluck's hand, and Gunhei just putting the pressure on Fennel over here. Fennel have to watch it over here. Gluck definitely improved the game over time. Seemed like they had a draw. I feel like, you know, Gluck and Fennel, their skill level was pretty much similar, judging from their last battle. But you know, the smooth battle results from last week, I feel like Fennel does have the better advantage, but it seems like Gluck over here in game 1, they're just really studying Fennel and know what to do at every single moment. So Gluck, they have to watch over here. Right here, another fight happening over here. Lam doing some damage. A Rise getting taken out. Fennel facing the pressure of 5 members invading their mid, and their mid is gonna drop. A little bit overconfidence from Fennel, and Miggy just can't get enough damage out in time. Over here, a solid AoE damage coming from Gluck. It's gonna be really hard. Maybe like Fennel is doing a little bit too aggressive with those composition picks. But here it seems like Gluck are just taking the game really slowly, waiting for that rep up to show up. But here comes a Rise with the ultimate. Here is Lam backing it off, but still using that Ishin's ultimate. Arrives, getting caught, and Lua just finding an angle to go into the back row. But still, there's Cheyenne. YK is always killing its members, always refresh to battle. The rep buff is gonna go to me. Also, Gunhei has the rep buff as well, so a lot of damages here. Shadow Ripper coming out. Lam going in, pushing that Arise back. Arise goes down, and everything just gonna collapse really fast on Fennel. Fennel over here. Lam still going in with the damages, and he's gonna jump into the back line, hit and use first ability to escape. Ishin getting the damage on Gunshan Li. That is gonna be 2-for-1 tray here for Gluck. And Ming is just playing it really aggressive, fighting the enemies behind enemy lines, and still able to use the high nimble swiftness of this Lam ability to escape the battlefield. So Gluck is doing really well despite their, you know, no wins over the season for the second round of this regular stage. Seems like the upper edge, you know, belongs to Gluck this game. Everything's working out well. Here's Lam jumping in, and Evola just disappears just like that. Lam's still going actually, and he goes out, and he's gonna come in back, refresh, and wow, everyone just critically low on Fennel's side. And look at that, the 100% damage dealt just by the man alone. That is gonna be me playing a really well this match. Wow, this Lam pretty much dominating the whole entire game. And it's gonna be really hard for Fennel to bounce back from this AoE coming out from Gunhei. Lua going in with that 7-sword gradient, intimidation activated, and he is gonna take most of the damage. Lua goes down, Gunhei goes down, but Lam is still available to doing some damage. Lam goes down, and here is the counter strike coming back from Fennel. 3 for 3, 50-50 triple kill on this Ishin, and yes, Fennel managed to fight back from that one, getting an even trade. But their tower is falling down below 50%, so yeah, they have to watch it. You know, this aggressiveness coming in from Gluck is not going to be a pushover. They have to watch out. They can't underestimate Gluck. I remember last time they had a tie in their face-off, so yeah, I feel like, you know, they might have a tie again. Or, you know, these teams just having similar skill level caps, so we might see a possible tie here. You know, maybe this is the only tie in today's game. But it's too early to say because right now Gluck is kind of dominating the first game. You know, they want to kind of keep this up for the second game in order to take away the points. It's perfect 2-0. Here's a Rise. Try to take a glimpse of the dragon pit here. Me in the pit alone, doing a lot of damage, but he is almost picking out, but he's managed to escape. And here is Lua coming in. Gunhei chasing the members of Fennel. Fennel's member has fallen 2 for 1 trade here for Gluck. So the battle still be capable. Me actually almost getting that attack on Miggy. Miggy managed to get back in time, and yeah, Gluck doing it really well this game. And the goal count, the kill count, definitely you can see that Main's aggressiveness really brings a lot of the space in for Gluck, and it's gonna provide a lot of space for Gunhei to do his damage. But right now, you know, Gunhei is not the things that Fennel's supposed to worry about. They need to take care of Lam. Lam is going ham in those group team fights. And they need to make sure that they need to take down Lam first before anything. Lam is getting out of control. Right now, it's a little bit too late for that dragon to happen. Seems like they're not going to make the trade. AoE is going to go all over the place. Lion's going to be going crazy, doing damage across the place. Lan taking down 2 members, still able to survive with that passive ability. He's going to regain those HP back. YK and Gunhei chasing down Miggy. Miggy's hit point is way too low. That's going to be 3 enemy going down for Gluck. 3 for 1. I would say that trade is going to be worth it. Bottom tower gone for Fennel, and Fennel is making his last push. It's going to be a minions inside the base. Ming doing a lot of the damage, and he is just taking the damage, doing the damage at the same time. Definitely this Lam has my MVP, and he did most of the heavy lifting for Gluck. So yeah, congratulations for Gluck for taking the game #1. Wow, Gluck really surprised me with that skill. Like this Lam, just every single time, like he would close into death, he managed to make a way to escape the battlefield. So some high mechanic coming out of Lam, this player Main, the jungler for Gluck, and the way he moved around the battlefield is really nimble. Like he is really capable of just going in and out of battle very smoothly. So yeah, congratulations to Gluck. Super well game. And I didn't expect Fennel to like fall behind this quickly. I was expecting like them to have an early game advantage since they got all that damage. Maybe it wasn't enough. Like their laning phases just collapsed apart. Like Gunshan Li didn't really do well against Gunhei at the bottom, so that was like an opening for Gluck to invade. And that first dive under the tower, it was Gunshan Li. Gunshan Li goes down, and that bottom tower became an opening for Gluck to go into the jungles, and that when the snowball just came in for Gluck. So have to be more careful for Fennel in the laning phase. Everything was going okay until the laning phase, until the dive happened, and everything just pretty much went downhill for Fennel. So despite having their great victories last week, Fennel had this perfect 2-0 back-to-back. Seems like this week they're facing a Gluck that they never seen before. Gluck getting the first game down. If they keep up like this, I feel like they're gonna get the 2-0 from Fennel. So potentially KG and MAH now have a better chance. I feel like their chances of going to the playoffs is potentially more secure, because if Gluck do take down Fennel, it's gonna be pushing Fennel down, and it's gonna be pushing MAH and KG into that top 2 spots. So definitely Fennel, if they want to remain in that top position, they have to defeat Gluck or have to take back some of the points that Gluck took away. So hopefully Fennel can do that. But here, Gluck playing it super aggressive, and this jungler just keep on surprising me, like just with this Lam, also Athena, also he plays Prince of Lanning, and also Jin. So he's really capable of using those assassins really well. He's more of an assassin gameplay. Like I feel like when he plays tank jungler, it wasn't working out that well, but seems like the assassin is gonna be his choice of weapon. And so yeah, he's gonna be your MVP. It's gonna be main from Gluck with that 8-1 and 5 KDA, almost 40% damage dealt, 35.1% damage dealt, and yeah, he was just being the Lam that he is. The Shark Boy has returned, and he just doing a lot of this damage in those group fights. He can do a lot of damage in a really fast time, and the way he used those passive, like there was just no delay in those attacks. Like the animation cancel, like it just really well done on this player. He knows when to do it. Like he just know how to use those auto attacks and at what time to go in and what is the fastest way to clean up his opponent. And you can see that he can just use that passive. He can just stack 4 attacks, and every time his passive attacks strikes, he recovers a part of his HP. So that's how he can remain longer on the battlefield. So really sustainable hero. Lam, I would say, is a really fair hero this meta pick this season. Lam wasn't the best hero, but with the right compositions, Lam definitely can be a really dangerous target for the other team. Definitely depending on your composition, and depending on this composition that Gluck is choosing, a lot of AoEs here. Ishin and also Gunhei's KAW and Lam definitely is going to be a great addition to the team, since those AoE really create a great distraction for Lam to go in to do his job. So yeah, great pick here. Composition wise, definitely Gluck does a more of an AoE team fight strategy, where it does compare to Fennel. They want more of a damage composition where their solos is going to be a lot more better, but it all ends up to those team fights, and the team fights is where Gluck come up on top. And that's why in that match, they just overwhelm Fennel. They just don't want to do those 1v1 fights. They want to do those group fights. That's where their advantage come in. So here, Fennel, still a lot of huge respect for me. banning out his Luna, and also Gluck still decide to ban out that Dachao continuously. So both sides is showing a lot of respect for both teams. Hopefully Fennel can, get those points back, and Fennel just continue to ban out all of this Ming's hero. Feel like Ming still have a lot more hero to choose. He just choose Lam, so he cannot use that, but he still have Athena. He still have Prince of Lan Ning. Also, maybe, Zhao Huaijun is going to be out on the table, so definitely Fennel is going to pick that up because Arise is really good with that hero. Seems like Fennel want to go with the best picks. And here, Gluck might want to go for the counter picks. Byron's still out, so also my Yane is still out. So, but they still go with the best meta pick choice. Mid lane priority is always a great choice. Also, Tai Jin, definitely a great pick. So those are definitely the safe choice that Gluck is gonna pick up. And here you go. Gluck securing that Tai Jin and that mid lane priority AoE. Gluck seem want to go for those team fight oriented compositions, and Fennel over here, last match they decided to go with those laning phases like 1v1 heroes, but it seems like Fennel is gonna go with the safe choices now. Like they're gonna pick up Garo, they're gonna use that Zhang as a support. So yeah, depending on Gluck over here, hopefully Gluck still have that capacity to take that perfect 2-0. Seems like Gluck gonna go with that Manya as their ADC, and it's not a bad choice. I feel like with that sustainable marksman, it's gonna be good. Like as long as there's no Gunsheng Li in play, so Manya is pretty much capable of doing anything, because that Garo is not gonna be moving all around the place. So it's gonna be for Manya to aim its machine guns in one direction. As long as there's not any high mobile heroes that Manya need to worry about, so Gluck should able to have a good time in those laning phases. But over here, Fennel just continue to ban their jungler hero, and they can pick up this Alien, which allows them to go for that Garo if they needed to. But still, I feel like Athena is still out. Gluck can still pick up that hero for me. Prince of Lan Ning is out, and this Miyamoto Musashi is out. Maybe they can choose Kai or maybe Monkey. Like if they want those tankier heroes, there's still a lot of choices available. But assassin wise, I would say still there's gonna be this Tigress still available for me to pick up, so that's not a bad choice. But always a better choice. But this Tigress still got some upgrades, so we can expecting to see more of this like Peichen Hu in play. It's gonna be a really fast pace for Gluck. Maybe they want to go with the invasion, maybe not, because Fennel still have that mid game. I would say they have the mid game advantage because they have that Zhangjia in the middle, so that's gonna be a lot of slow effects if he lands those abilities on Gluck. So they have to watch it. If they do those early invasions, it's gonna be a little bit risky, but the rewards is gonna be a lot. So it really depends on Gluck if they want to do that. But I wouldn't recommend doing it so early, because Fennel already know that whoever choose that Tigress, they might be thinking they want to invade or don't invade. So Fennel better watch out for those early invades. If they want to defend, they can do it pretty much safely. Mayene is really fast at moving around the battlefield, so if they do want to invade, they want to maybe go after that red, because Mayene is going to be on the top. So one possible reason that they want to invade, maybe they're not going to invade. Whoa, they're going to invade. Oh my god, he's being really aggressive. And Gluck just gonna go with an invade. Just gonna go for that damage on Miggy in the beginning. Miggy found Peichin Hu, but he is gonna go with the invade anyway. Here is gonna be Zhao Huaizhen starting at the red. And hopefully Zhang Fei have that smite available. So in case they're gonna have that war to make a steal here. Here's Lua coming in. And that Gluck gonna have that first red. Also that first blood gonna go out to Lua. This is a great start for Gluck to be happening. But Arise doing the same thing here. But time is gonna be running out here as this Peichin Hu coming down from the lane, jumping over the wall, getting the kill for its teammates. Destiny get the second kill. And yes, this Tiger is just being really fast around the battlefield, moving through the map at a really fast rate in that Tiger mode. So you can see from that replay here, even though Dragon, you know, wanted to go smite, but that smite was pretty much blocked by Lua. Lua knocked him up, so he couldn't use that smite in time. So Ming used that smite in order to gain that early blue buff from Fennel's side. So Gluck is doing really well here. And here, using that momentum, you know, Gluck taking off the pressure of Lua. And Lua just pretty much his partner in crime for Ming, just doing those invades pretty much really easily. And you can see that from that rotation, Ming just taking up the resources from the mare. Lua is gonna be the bodyguard. Mayenne gets knocked up, but here is gonna be Ming moving in a little bit too deep, but bounce out and still able to get those double kill on Destiny. Destiny getting those freeze on time ability, and here Azar facing two enemies of Gluck. Here comes Zhang Fei in protection, but Gunhei is just targeting the flash being forced out by Arise. Azar just taking a lot of damage here. Arise is not at the same, but the flash forcing out for Azar. He's not gonna have that flash for the 120 seconds, and it's gonna be he's gonna be a lot vulnerable than usual. So here, Gluck just being really aggressive in the beginning. YK getting caught off, but I feel like he can still manage to escape. Top lane is facing a vast amount of pressure. Also, the bottom lane for Gluck is doing a really good job. So a lot of pressure here for Fennel. Their bottom lanes getting invaded. Their top lanes getting pushed down. So a lot of pressure over here for Fennel. Hopefully they can manage to survive this. Here, Gluck on the bottom lanes, but here's the counter invasion coming in from Arise, trying to make something happen, but they have to remember, you know, their Zhao Jing is clearing up the mid lane pretty fast, and he can rotate after each lane is being cleared up. So the travel speed definitely belongs to Gluck. They have the Tigress. They can move in and out of the battlefield really fast. Gluck just continued to go for that blue. Here is going to be Lua with me. And Zhao Huaizhen using that ultimate, the knockup coming in from Ivalice. It might be able enough to take down Ming. And here's Destiny getting caught here, but the extra life coming in. Destiny still in danger. Here's Zhang Fei knocking down Zhao Jing. And here is the comeback kill. 2 kills for Fennel. And yes, Fennel is fighting back a little bit, but still the goal advantage still belongs to Gluck over here. And you can see the career orientation for that Zhang Jia is going to be a mage. And also, you know, he can play as a support as well. But still, Gluck is showing no sign of slowing down. He just couldn't come back even stronger. Gluck just constantly denying the resources one by one. They're going for that Tyrant. They still have that advantage, by the way, you know. They have that goal advantage, and they have Tigress, the high mobile jungler for Gluck. But Fennel still having that double smite available comes in handy for those dragon steals. But they have to watch it. They have Lua here in the front, Ming on the top lane. Maybe their split push is going to be a lot more effective in the late games. But right now, Fennel Really want to use that Janjia to its advantage, creating those stuns, creating those slows. And also the initiation by Janfei is going to be super important, so make sure to save that ultimate for really, really crucial timing. Seems like Fennel want this Tyrant really badly also. And everybody just fighting for vision control right now. And seems like, Azar is not really farming really well this game. So it might be trouble as the late game come by, as he does not have that much gold. But still, Fennel still defending. Here's Ming being super aggressive like he always is. And that bottom tower is going to be on their next main. Here's the initiation coming from Fennel. Here is Zhao Huaijin coming in, taking care of that main first. Also, that Zhao Jing goes down. And here is the counter attack coming in for Fennel. And yes, I feel like Fennel does have the better composition. It's all depending how they use it. With that being said, they're going to have that Tyrant. And definitely in that late game, Fennel gonna have the advantage, In the beginning, the aggressiveness coming from Gluck was cool. But you have to realize, this Fennel team have the better composition. They have the better middle heroes like Mayane. They have Zhao Huaijin, like the group initiators. But if Gluck able to play their movement strategy effectively, they can actually do it. Here's Flash coming in from Lua. Coming in from the back, here's the knockup coming in from Miggy. Miggy does a lot of damage here, but it's not going to be enough. Ming getting caught going after Miggy. Miggy able to get the counter attack back. Ming goes down. A little bit over commitment here from Ming. That is where the battle happened to be a turning point for Fennel. Fennel gaining the advantage is back. Things are looking a lot more better for Fennel as the goals are a little bit, getting back into shape, as the goals are really much even. Pretty soon, this Arise is gonna be doing a lot of damage, and Ming, he has to watch it. He can't be this aggressive anymore, as Zhao Huaijin is gonna have that first second ability to stop everything in its place. Here's gonna be a 4v4 situation on top. Zhao Jing still arriving into the same. Extra life already being used up. The flash is going to be forced out. The damage is not going to be enough to take down this YK. YK escape. He has to go back, but still, Fennel is pushing its way into the top lanes. But have to be careful, because as this Ming is farming really fast, and he's probably going to be the first player that you want to take down, as this Tigress. You do not want this Tigress to become too powerful, as he can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. So here, Arise at the top lane, playing it really safely. Miggy 1v1, but you have to watch out. Mayana is gonna be a solo battle artist. You just cannot 1v1 Miggy. Like, this is no way for an old hero to defeat a new hero. Like, and unless you get that significant amount of gold. But here Ming just contests to Miggy, and I don't know what he's thinking, but Miggy has those abilities available to take down Tigress easily. And Tigress is being really squishy, even though you have to have high mobility. It's gonna be really dangerous, because your HP bar is not gonna be as effective. And rip that 4 death on that Tigress. Even though he got that goal lead, it's gonna be dangerous for Tigress to attempt those, like, just in-base again. So definitely Tigress has learned its lessons. Right here, Fennel is gonna be the one that doing the rhythm now. Right now, the in-base is good for Tigress in the beginning, but you want to watch it, because they have those more meta pick heroes, and in the late games, it's gonna be trouble for Gluck. So Gluck, they either try to end this game early, or they're gonna play a little bit more smart, because as they have this more tankier hero, and this Miggy uses this Mayane to escape all over the place. So it's gonna be really hard for Gluck to take down this Mayane. Mayane pretty much can 1v1 anyone from Gluck's side right now. Gluck definitely want to gain that economic gap where they're gonna have more gold, but without that win condition, I feel like it's gonna be difficult. With no gold gap difference or not a single gold lead, it's gonna be really difficult for Gluck to win this. Unless Gluck does like incredibly well in those farming and get those items earlier than Fennel. But in those team fights, definitely Fennel have the better team fight heroes. Yeah, this Tigress, he has to combine the composition pretty well. And here's Lua coming in for the flash. The knockout is going to be good. Evelyn's going to go down. But here, Dragon used the ultimate to slow down. Trouble is going to be Ming is falling really, really low right here. Miggy taking down Gunhei easily. And also Dragon goes down. So that means Gluck is still surviving. But those three players is going to be enough to take down Gluck. I feel like Orion single-handedly can really control the whole team. If they group together, Orion can really control with a 2-1 ability. And he did a really good job protecting Azar. Azar damage is coming online pretty soon. Here's Miggy getting taken down by Ming. Ming still being the aggressive player that he is. He's going to go for that red. Jumping for the back row. A lot of aggressiveness coming in from Ming. But still getting those kills. And Gluck is being a little bit too aggressive. A little bit overstep. But that's his playing style. The goal is really, really, you know, gaining for this Tigress. So once he get that significant goal lead, he can make a difference on the battlefield. But right now he's just getting taken down first in every single fight. So definitely you do not want to go head first. Ming want to have someone else to engage first. Maybe Ming can finish off the members of Fennels. But definitely you do not want to be the first guy to go in first. Hopefully Ty Jenner over here and Byron can just initiate for Gluck so Ming can just go in and clean up the job. But it's going to be really difficult here. Another skirmish battle happening. Double life coming out. And here is going to be Dragon using that ultimate. And the damage coming in from Miggy almost getting frozen. Miggy's still in the back line. The Ty Jenner doing some damage in the line, but still Azar is able to take down that Ty Jenner. Dragon goes down. Arise has to go back. And that's going to be a 2-1 trade here for Fennel. But here, Gluck gaining that goal difference. But it's not going to be difference enough as Fennel's goals pretty much similar to Gluck. But Ming want to watch for that flash coming out of Miggy, and Ming just taken down really much easily. So this is a great BP here by Fennel, actually banning out most of Ming's hero. So Ming has no choice to go for his backup jungler like, you know, the Tigress. Fennel's over here looking to take this Tyrant as they already took down their jungler from Gluck. So it's safe to say that they have this Tyrant in the bag, and with this Tyrant, you know, they're gonna have that arrival buff. They're gonna have the extra damage, extra movement available in this next 90 seconds in this next team fight. So yeah, but depending on the situation, they might not want to jump into the team fight so fast. They might want to take down their main first before engaging any kind of team fight. It's going to be really, really hard to get through this Garo as this Janjia is going to be protecting him. Always, here is going to be the immunity coming in from Zhao Huaizhen. Zhao Huaizhen almost got frozen, but remains alive. Zhang used the ultimate. Here is going to be Miggy. Miggy gets frozen. He's going to get attacked from multiple members. Zhao Jun goes down. And here is going to be the crowd control coming out of Zhang Fei. And wow, Gluck is having not about numbers advantage, but here, Ming is just soloing his lane right now, and there's not much Gluck can do right now. You know, Ming is farming at an incredible pace. I feel like the team fight is not gonna be enough for Gluck. Dragon going in, taking all those damage. Lua is getting blasted down. Ming is going back, try to arrive at the scene, going in at the moment, but still, Maniac getting taken out, and Ming getting taken out. Nobody can stop this Azar. And look at the team damage coming out of here, and this might be it for Gluck. YK try to do some damage, but it's not gonna be enough. Unstoppable killing spree for Azar, and they are moving in on the crystal, and that's gonna be an ace. Congratulations for Fennel, so taking back that win. They are at a tie again. I feel like the first game it was a tie too, like I remember, and now they're tying again. So definitely these two teams have similar group levels, and yeah, judging from their first game and this game, the tie has been happening for these two teams for a pretty long time already. So I can remember in season 1 of the regular stage, they got the tie, and in season 2 of the regular stage, they still have a tie. So yeah, so these two teams probably gonna have that similar skill level throughout today's game. And we can see that for our last game, you can see the tie happening, and we're gonna see more ties happening soon as we are moving into our playoff, as we are moving into those BO5s. This is gonna be a really test of your hero pools and what kind of strategy that you're gonna implement. So BO5 is gonna be a lot more harder than BO2, as we are going with more choices. We're gonna see more choices getting picked up, and each BP phase is gonna be, you know, more strategic. And hopefully, you know, these teams are prepared for the playoffs. Only the top 8 get to move on. So I'm not sure, you know, Fennel can actually move on, because they already lost 1 game to Gluck. So Gluck right now is having 1 point. Fennel lost 2 points from that one. They only got 1 point out of that 3 point. So 1 out of 3 definitely is better than nothing. Still feel like MAH and KG is gonna be at that top 2 spot right now. Fennel has to try a lot harder to get those points back in time if they want to make sure to make it in time for those playoffs. So there you have it, Fennel versus Gluck. Each team got 1 win. That's gonna be 1 point for each team. And you can see from the scoreboard, you know, you can see like the aggressiveness coming from Ming was a little bit too much in the beginning. You know, a lot of the misstep, getting soloed down by Miggy, getting taken out by Azar. Pretty much, you know, I would say, you know, it's not his fault. Like all his jungle meta picks are getting banned out. There wasn't much of a choice for Ming to get those heroes. So BP phase definitely a great one for Fennel. Even though, like, you know, Ming was farming really well in the beginning, but the team fight composition doesn't really fit. Definitely, you know, over here, Arise and Ivalice, also Azar, and this initiation from Junfei, they have the better team fight composition compared to Gluck. So I would recommend, you know, Gluck choosing those team fight composition better every time. I feel like, you know, they had the choice to go for more of a tankier jungler, but you know, Ming's his playing style is this aggressiveness hero. So, and here is gonna be the MVP, goes to Dragon with the KDA of 3, 4, and 10 across the board. Damage dealt 13.9%, but the damage taken is where this Junfei comes in handy. 35.2%. Also the initiation, he was just doing a lot of the heavy lifting and creating those protection moments where with those crowd control really comes in handy. Right here, pushing 2 members to the wall and kind of break their attack apart, dissecting and diffusing the danger coming out of this Gluck. Lua was attempting to go into the back row, but here is John Fei with that howling ability of the Owl Planet, using that, able to push past multiple members, and this allows Fennel have more space to do damage. So this John Fei definitely did a lot for the team. Even though that Ming came in at those moments, it wasn't really much of a team fight composition that Gluck having. Nothing really synergized well for the team. So synergy is going to be really important here for any composition. So I don't really see that synergy coming out. I feel like the solo playing is going to be a lot better for Gluck. Obviously, it's going to be a team-based game. So those synergies definitely have to be working out for you in those compositions. And Fennel definitely have the better composition of those team fights I would look for. So Gluck just didn't have that capability, have that team fight. So team fight, they're always gonna lose because they don't have no one to do those initiation. I feel like Lua was the only one that can do those initiations, but their jungler didn't have that initiation ability. Like in the end, Gluck just really falls down to that strategy, and their weakness was pretty much the team fights. But in the beginning, like, they were doing super well. The invading was there, the solo fights, but in the end, just they can't really contest because the meta pick wasn't there. Team fight capability wasn't there. They just don't have the firepower to compete with Fennel. Fennel just have the bigger guns, And we're gonna go into a small interview here with one of these players. So let's have a look here.
一个问题，马上就要结束常规赛第2轮的比赛了，你觉得队伍在这一轮表现怎么样呢？ The second round of regular stage is coming to an end. So, how do you feel about your team during this round?
I'm feeling like it's like this is a new beginning for us because we will have a new experience in second stage, like new enemy like KG and KG, and we're hoping to be qualified in playoffs.
Okay, thank you. 第2个问题，在今天的第1轮输掉了比赛，你们当时是怎么调整的呢？进行了哪些沟通呢？You lost the first round today. Did you adjust your strategy after that?
Yes, in second game we adjusted our playstyle because their jungle is so aggressive, and we adjusted our playstyle so that we can prevent the aggressiveness of their jungle.
Definitely, you can hear that from Fennel's team member. Like they did their strategy pretty well in that second round, putting a lot of pressure on that their aggressiveness jungler and using all that 4 ban spots on that jungler. So a lot of pressure, a lot of respect for that main player, and that's how they're able to gain that win back in the second round of the game. So that was match number 3. Like, that game ended in a tie. Pretty much that's what I expected. I was expecting Fennel to take away the 2-0, judging from their perfect games last week. But then again, they're facing Gluck. Also, Main had this super aggressive jungle playing style. So they came in really close. So the game ended in a tie. Not much of a surprise there. Fennel definitely wanting to make it into playoffs, but they're just so close. They still have KG to take down if they want to go there. So definitely they still have a chance here. The second round of the season of the regular stage is not ending. Definitely we still have 3 more days to go. Anything can happen. So hopefully these teams are just trying their best, try to get their points in for those playoffs. So that's gonna be today's matchup. Today is all Group B battles, so we're gonna see those Group A battles coming in from tomorrow. So be really excited for that one. But here, Gluck despite their victory in the first game, their points is not really up there. They only have 1 point so far, so it's gonna be a challenge for them actually just making it back into the playoffs. So I feel like it's not gonna be possible as they still have a lot to catch up. So hopefully good luck to them in the future. They can just be a lot stronger, come back in season 3 maybe. But they really put on a great show for us as their jungler super aggressive the first match with Lam, and you can see it in the game 1 just being really dominating Gluck. And Fennel did a great job to adjust that, so you're gonna see a lot of those adjustments in those BO5 as each team just after every single round they adjust their mentality and they come back to the match refresh. So we're expecting to see those BO5 gonna be as exciting as these BO2s. So yeah, hopefully everyone's gonna be preparing themselves for the BO5s, and we're gonna have a recap of today's results. Here is gonna be that PE battle versus MAH. Seemed like MAH took that one pretty easily, no surprise. Second match, pretty much the same thing. KG having the group coming in from Group A, pretty much dominating the Group B team, and not a surprise there. So KG and MAH definitely have that better chance of going into that playoffs as those top 2 position of Group B. And our last match, similar skill level, same as to season 1 where they had a tie. So yeah, this is cool because Gluck, they're super aggressive jungle playing style versus Fennel. So over here we're gonna have a recap, and Fennel is and MAH sitting in at first place, both for 8 points. And KG still have some game that they have not played, so still KG could have a potential to overtake Fennel because they're 1 game behind. So they haven't played a single game, but Fennel played 2 games last week. So definitely KG have that potential to overtake Fennel. You can see that PE has 3 points, DE has 3 points, and Gluck only had 1 point. And you can see from the Group A, BSE just dominating the entire composition as the dark horse coming in from Group B. Now they're sitting at the top at Group A. RCG is another team I'm really surprised with. They're pretty much ahead of Nova. They're a really aggressive team as well, and 10X is their jungler. And I'm expecting to see RCG and Nova and BSC in that top bracket for sure, judging from the points. So with that being said, hopefully everybody in Group A is fighting for that top bracket. And having that top bracket is going to have that easier time of going to the championship. And a better chance at reaching those championship as well. So we're going to take up the MVP rank chart. Seems like Zhihong is still our 8 times MVP. Hua sitting in at number 2nd place with 7-time MVP, followed by Shen at 6-time MVP, making the name for their team. Seems like BSC, MAH, and Nova Esports got their top places. But BSC right here, still dominating and having that 8-time MVP. Like, who can compete with that? But the other MVPs as well, Fennel still up there, Evelus. Judging from today's game, also judging from last week's game, he has some MVPs as well. Also, JS was playing the Mai Shinui today. Did a lot of great kills, the triple kill. So those 2 players are sitting at the number 3. Also, the number 6 and number 8 places is going to be Sadness, 10X, Autumn, and Air and Ian sitting in at number 8. So yeah, 3 players from Nova Esports, 2 players from MAH, a lot of the players coming in at those MVP spots, making a name and honor for their esport club. So yeah, a quick glance at tomorrow's matchup. It's going to be August 25th. Our first match already, Nova versus RTZ. And you can know that match is going to be really exciting. And also that Impunity is going to be versus in Scars again. is gonna be the rematch. So I'm really excited for that one as well. Also, the last game for tomorrow is gonna be RCG versus BSE, and that's gonna be number 1, number 2 going off. So this is gonna be a lot of exciting game matches for tomorrow, and I just can't wait to see those happening, as we're gonna see BSE again. As you know, they're the top team for the batch, and hopefully these teams are going into the upper brackets, and you know, they already got their top place in the in the playoffs, so they're just gonna try their best to reach for the upper brackets. And that is the wrap for me today. I'm your caster Gikit, and we will see you next time.